All right, so Ryan, introducing a new segment, a new reoccurring segment on the podcast. A longtime friend of mine, Mr. Seymour Scoops. He is a Hollywood gossip columnist. He has some of the best scoops that are possible to have on the hottest Hollywood celebrities and hottest Hollywood business. And he's here for us. And say hello, Mr. Scoops.
Hello, everybody. It's Seymour Scoops here. Why Seymour? Because I see more scoops than you.
That's right.
That's cute. I like that.
You like that?
Yeah. This is. I'm interested. I was a little skeptical at first about doing a Hollywood gossip segment, but
it's going to be great.
I'm here to give you the Hollywood rundown. I lift up the carpet and show you all the dirt. Are you ready, boys?
Let's hear what you got. Lay it on us, Mr. Scoops.
Jimmy James Walker, star of Good Times, wants to buy a house. That's right, a $2.1 million home in Beverly Hills. All right, everybody.
That's great. Good.
Okay. So he wants to buy a house.
Oh, yes, indeed.
It's a good scoop.
Did he make an offer?
That's a great scoop there.
It's a
Thanks,
good one.
Justin.
Did he make an offer on the house?
Jimmy James Walker, star of One Life at a Limb.
I don't know if that's the show.
I'm sorry.
It was
Good Times.
Good Times, yeah.
Wants to buy a house.
That's a solid scoop for listeners out there.
$2.1 million.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good scoop. What else you got for us?
That's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, I don't know if he can.
What else you got, Mr. Scoops?
Okay. Paris Hilton was spotted outside the Viper Room, famed for losing River Phoenix.
Huh. That's interesting. I wonder what she could have been doing there.
She was just outside the Viper Room.
Yeah, that's a good scoop, Mr. Scoops.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
So that's
Paris Hilton walking around, prancing around the Viper Room.
Well, it's a great scoop.
I mean, I think I've driven past and seen her outside the Viper Room.
You should work for me, Ryan.
What are you talking about, Ryan? He's got some good scoops.
We have a crackerjack staff.
It's just that it's not that much of a scoop. I thought it was going to be juicy insider gossip
These are
stuff.
Good. These aren't the.
He saw a person standing outside of a building. That's what he's telling us.
Yeah, he did.
He saw a famous person standing outside of a relatively well-known club.
Oh, I suppose everybody does then.
Our crackerjack staff.
Anyone standing there could have seen that, and I don't even know if James J. Walker. He certainly can't afford a $2.1 million.
What else you got,
J. Walker?
Mr. Scoops? What other good scoops you have for us?
Well, here's the celebrity scoop of the day. Okay. Who's heard of Emma Watson?
I have.
Harry Potter.
Emma Watson from Harry Potter was spotted brushing her teeth inside a tree. Need I say more?
Yes, a lot more. She was spotted brushing her teeth.
Yes, our crackerjack staff spotted her on a high-lens telescope.
That's a really good scoop.
In a tree.
Can you imagine, Ryan? I mean, Emma Watson in a tree brushing her teeth?
No other magazine or news story has covered this.
What kind of tree was this?
This is a breaking scoop.
Does she live in a tree? Is that what you're saying, Mr. Scoop? Or she just goes to a tree to brush her teeth?
No further facts could be found at this time. But I will tell you this. Headline, Emma Watson brushing her teeth in a tree.
That's not a headline.
It's amazing.
That's
what it is.
She's brushing her teeth in a tree.
That's my favorite story of the day.
And you find me another gossip magazine or column that's going to be breaking those sort of, incredible stories. That's why he's here, Ryan.
1, 2, 3. I'll have 3 scoops, Seymour.
Are you referring to yourself in the third person?
Well, I've got jingles coming out my anus.
So what we have is Jimmy J.J. Walker wants to buy a house that
$2.1 million
that he clearly can't afford.
Yep.
Paris Hilton was seen outside of a Los Angeles club doing nothing of note, just
the
standing outside of a club.
Room.
And Emma Watson, the young English actress from the Harry Potter movies, was brushing her teeth in a tree.
Yep.
What a power-packed night of gossip.
It's good stuff, Mr. Scoops.
You've been blown away by Seymour's bagpipes.
Okay. Well, Justin, we gave it a good go with this segment. I think
he'll be back next week.
He'll be back next week.
Yes, he will.
I think that was one
Thanks,
and done.
Justin.
Nope.
And
Mr. Scoops is here to stay. We'll see you next week, Mr. Scoops, for another.
Bye now.
We'll talk about it.
Hey, I'm off to get more scoops.
All right, Ryan, it's the time in the show where we dig down deep with some hot celebrity scoops with Mr. Seymour Scoops, our personal celebrity gossip columnist. Mr. Scoops, what do you got for us this week?
Justin.
Hello there, Justin. Mr. Scoops here.
Hi, Mr. Scoops.
Hi. How's it going out there?
It's good. I just want to make sure that you have real information today.
All I have is real information. It's scoops
No.
after
Yep.
scoop
No,
after
no,
scoop.
no.
What do you call me, the Baskin Robbins of Hollywood gossip?
After last week, I did thorough research. None of what he said was true.
Hold on.
And the things that I couldn't find was because they were so mundane that they wouldn't have even shown up on anyone's radar.
Well, then
You
got
don't have the scoop.
Yeah, you. Then
it
you
was
don't-
not a scoop.
Listen, this guy's good for his word. Just let it go and trust me.
What?
I scoop it out and you shout it from the
Okay,
rooftop.
let's hear one, and then we'll take it. Let's just start.
All right. Okay, so what do you got this week, Mr. Scoops?
Okay, everybody, hang on to your hats. You ready? You got your hats?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Are you putting them on your heads?
I've got mine on.
Yeah.
Great job. Okay, because the wind is going to come, the scoop winds of Hollywood. Seymour Scoops here. Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah, go. Let's.
Yeah.
Great.
Let's hear the dirt.
You've heard of Valerie Bertinelli, star of One Day at a Time? She bought her own chair and ate one of the legs.
Wait.
This scoop just brought to you.
Incredible.
Jonas Brothers.
Wait.
Incredible.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. She bought her own
was on a
chair,
roll there.
and then
Yeah, you just ruined his
I
stride.
didn't- well,
Seymour had some flow going.
What's the problem, Ryan?
She bought her Valerie Bertinelli
Yeah.
bought her own chair and
From
then
IKEA.
and then ate one of the legs.
Yeah. What's
I
so
don't
hard to
understand
believe?
your incredulity.
No one else. This is not unusual to you, Justin.
No, this is the same guy that told me about Patrick Swayze, how he never had cancer and that he was just allergic to wheat gluten.
That's right.
And then he actually was so embarrassed by the fact that he was allergic to wheat gluten that he killed himself.
Yeah, but I don't.
Patrick Swayze commits suicide. Embarrassed over wheat gluten
I'm
allergy.
I don't believe that was ever true.
What are you kidding me? Of course it was true.
Why would
Who the
Valerie?
heck are you?
Why would Valerie Bertinelli eat a chair leg? She's been dealing with her weight, from what I understand, for a long time. Why would she? Why would she eat
I
a chair
just
leg?
report the news. I don't analyze it like you.
Yeah, what do you want from us?
What am I, Richard Nixon?
All right, Mr. Scoops, keep the
Okay,
ball
keep-
moving. What
Thank
else?
you. Laura Lindley, star of stage and screen, just got her pilot's license.
Laura Lindley?
Yep.
It's Laura Linney, first of all. Laura Linney, you don't even know her name. How am I supposed to believe that
Hey,
you know that she got
Look,
her pilot's
that's
license?
an easy mistake
Laura
to make.
Lindley.
Lay off.
Linney.
Laura
It's
Linney.
Laura Linney.
All
How
right,
can I
everybody.
trust that anything he says is true?
You
if he
heard
doesn't-
it here.
Lay-
He's in the skies right now.
Lay off the guy. It's an easy mistake to make.
It's not an easy mistake
Whoa,
to make.
Is that a plane overhead? I bet it's Laura
It's
Lindley.
not Laura Linney.
I'm sure she
Did
probably.
you? What did you just say? Is it who?
Lindley.
I'm sure she.
He's still calling her Lindley.
It doesn't matter. I'm
He
sure
knows
she-
it's Linney.
I'm sure the woman got her pilot's license,
He's
though.
a star of stage and
That's-
screen.
What do I? She's a star. That doesn't. Yeah. Okay. We all
Laura
know she's
Lindley.
a star. of
You heard it here
screen.
first.
Boy, Laura Lindley. I hope.
She got her pilot's
I hope
license.
she's safe in the skies. That's
I'm
all
a
I
scoop
wanna say.
machine. You
What-
see me scooping it out.
What else
That
you
was
got?
a terrible
Mr.
scoop.
Mr. Scoop.
Just like I expected.
I'm sure you've heard of James Caan, the author of Misery. Yeah, one of the best books ever. Right?
He was the star of the movie Misery,
Yep.
written by Stephen King.
Sure thing. James Caan.
Are you listening
Wrote a
to-
great book.
What?
He drove his car into two spaces in the Ralph's parking lot. Seen on Woodmont Village.
What
Yes.
a jerk! I hate when people
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
take up the two.
James
spaces.
Justin.
James Caan is an actor. Justin, you know that, right? He didn't
Yeah.
write Misery. He acted in the movie
Yep.
Misery.
He
How
and
do you
Laura
know?
Lindley.
How
What do you mean,
know?
how I know? Everybody knows.
How do you know he didn't write Misery? What do you know?
Because Stephen King wrote Misery. James
Listen,
Caan just acted in the movie.
Are you insinuating that
That's
Mr.
1,000
James
times worse than
Caan.
saying Laura Lindley instead
James
of
Caan
Linney.
and Laura Lindley.
Are
Both
you-
excellent writers?
Are you insinuating that Mr. Scoops is making
I'm more
things
than
up?
insinuating. I'm straight out saying that
'Cause I
Mr.
find
Scoop
that-
is a liar.
Well,
to
you,
be
sir, I have
offensive.
a reputation of over
You have-
37 years
You have
in
no
this business.
reputation, Mr. Scoop. I can't find any shred of evidence of your existence online.
Hey, ease up on Mr. Scoops.
What do you, how do you know
You're
Mr.
gonna hurt
Scoop?
his feelings.
Mr. Scoop knows how to sweep things under the rug.
I've known
Oh,
Mr.
so you're
Scoops.
saying that you cover your tracks?
Justin and I went camping once.
That's right.
Is that true, Justin?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You went camping
It
with
was-
Mr. Scoops.
yeah.
When? Where?
It was a few years ago. It was
few years
great.
ago.
We went
Where?
backpacking.
Where'd you go camping?
Point Reyes.
Point Reyes?
North of San Francisco.
Justin threw a burger patty at a raccoon.
I actually
Is
did.
that true?
Yes, he did.
Okay, well, at least we have a witness for that. We can confirm that much.
Well,
Fact
I mean,
after fact. That's what Mr. Scoop's about.
no, there's...
so Mr. Scoops, any real big Hollywood bombshells for us?
Oh, boy. I saved the best for last, Justin.
Here it is.
Roman Polanski bought a hot dog sandwich.
he
Go
bought a
ahead.
hot dog sandwich.
Roman Polanski bought a hot dog sandwich in Geneva the other week. Stay tuned.
wait. There's nothing. There's nothing there. There's nothing. That wasn't even gossip.
No, that
That's
is
great
good.
gossip.
he
That's
bought a
good-
hot dog.
You know
Yeah.
how much people would pay for that story?
Yeah. I mean, now
I could have guessed that he
no,
bought a hot
no,
dog.
you
No,
couldn't.
you couldn't.
Now I know what he eats on.
What do we
every
care that
day.
he
This is
eats?
a great fact for people out
Listen.
there.
First of all, the man is like in trouble for statutory rape, and all we hear
Bought a
about
hot
is
dog sandwich.
That's it?
Great news.
what about his extradition? Anything, Mr. Scoop? Anything there that you know about? His being extradited to the U.S. to go to
All
trial?
I know
for-
about the extradition is that hot dog sandwich was very hot when it came out. There was steam and everything.
So he ate a hot dog. That's
Sure,
Roman
yeah.
Polanski ate a. Was there
Relish-
mustard on it?
Relish and onions. No
Okay,
mustard.
great.
Sorry, I should have reported that.
No,
Sorry, that's a
yeah.
good point.
Well, there you have it, there, folks. An exclusive.
Writing
Mr.
that
Scoops with some of the best, hottest scoops in Hollywood.
Scoop, scoop, scoops.
All right, it's time in the show for another big heaping helpful of Hollywood hot scoops from
last chance. This is the
our
last.
resident expert in Hollywood gossip, Mr. Seymour Scoops.
Thank you, Justin. See more scoops here. 1, 2, 3. More scoops than anyone in the world.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this right away. This is the last chance that
What do you mean this is the last
Well,
chance? What are you talking about?
Mr. Scoops.
Mr. Scoops, Seymour Scoops, if that is his real name, which clearly
I
it
see
isn't,
more scoops than anyone.
is a liar, a slanderer. He's gonna bring nothing but lawsuits onto our heads.
Hey,
and
take it easy on Mr. Scoops.
I'm giving him one last shot before I nix this segment.
Hey, take
for
it
him to
easy
give us
on
actual-
him. He's my friend, and I trust everything he says.
Let's take a massive chill pill.
Yeah, take it easy. All right, Mr. Scoops, what do you got this week?
All right, just listen to this and then your mind will be at ease. Let Mr. Scoop take you through the gossip English channel. All right, you've heard of Carly Simon. She finally reveals who the subject is of You're So Vain. Gary Coleman.
Wait.
All right. And the
Oh,
Simpsons
whoa. Mr. Scoop, Gary
Yes, sir.
So she wrote that song what year?
I believe it.
1972.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
1972.
Right at Gary Coleman's cutest.
Gary Coleman.
Right when he
very
was
cute.
at his cutest.
I don't even believe...
Holy hole in a donut.
Yeah.
So
Just
Carly
you know,
Simon had some relationship with Gary Coleman. at that
Carly
point.
Simon.
if he says it, then it's true.
If he,
You heard
if
it
he
here
says it, it's
first.
definitely not true.
no.
Mr.
That's
Scoop.
all I've learned.
Look, you're going to hurt his feelings.
I don't care.
Stop it.
I have a crackerjack staff.
He is not. He doesn't come here to shoot hot air up in our face.
That's
I don't blow stuff up Uranus like all those other gossip columnists. I give you the straight skinny.
Yeah.
So Gary Coleman is the subject. Finally revealed exclusively
Finally
on
revealed.
Grandma's Virginity podcast that Gary Coleman is the subject of You're So Vain. That's you're gonna give that the stamp of
Absolutely.
approval here,
Gary
Justin.
Coleman.
That sounds completely reasonable to
Good
you.
enough for me.
What
Good
a
enough for
great
you.
scoop, everybody.
It is. All right, Mr. Scoops,
No.
what else do you
Yeah,
have for
please.
us?
I'm sure you've heard of Simpsons creator Matt Groening. Well, he donated his legs to science yesterday at 5 p.m. at Cedar-Sinai Hospital.
Incredible.
In
What a
other news,
what a hero.
Did he get into some kind of accident? Why would he do that?
As
Why would
far
he
as
give
we
up? Why
know-
would he voluntarily give up his legs?
You know why? Because he's selfless. He's a selfless hero.
humanitarian Matt Groening.
Perfectly good legs. He just donated them.
Maybe
How
science.
is he gonna get to meetings from now on? The man's busy. Clearly,
He's rich. He created
He's
The Simpsons. He doesn't need. He could have people carry him to
Okay,
meetings.
you know what? I'm gonna call the Cedar-Sinai Hospital right now.
Call him up right now.
No,
I'm
really?
Crackerjack
You're
staff.
fine with that, Mr. Scoops?
I'm totally fine.
You're fine of it. Who is his
I
doctor?
stand by my
Who
facts.
did the operation?
He's got a doctor.
Yeah, I know he did. Who did
Listen.
the operation? What was the doctor's name?
The doctor's name is on the tip of my tongue.
All right, you're not calling anyone. He's got more scoops.
I've got loads of stories.
Let's hear what else you got
I'm
this
the
week.
forest guy, not the trees.
Yeah.
So this is philosophical, you're saying? Okay.
No.
I want to hear more. You're right.
All right. Stephen Jobs, definitely HIV positive.
No, he's not.
Was spotted
No, he's not definitely
California
anything.
stopping
He's that.
Hey,
no.
let him get to
Who
the
the what the?
He's just blowing past that, Justin. He's dropping. He's just
wanted to
throwing
poop
that
out the scoop.
off the cuff that Stephen Jobs has HIV.
Oh, what
he
do you-
doesn't have
what do
HIV.
you-
That was never confirmed. That was a horrible rumor.
What are you,
That was
Stephen
the
Jobs' best friend that hangs out with him all
I
day
don't
long?
need to be anyone's best friend to want to stem the rumor
Can
that
I
he
ask-
has HIV.
Justin, I don't normally
I don't
ask
even need to
questions.
know them.
Can I ask you something? How can
Please,
you
Mr.
get more information than Mr. Scoop?
Impossible.
I can go ask a dog and
Your
get more
skepticism-
I'm
information.
Seymour Scoop.
Your skepticism is causing you to not to have a horrible life, and you need
Really?
to just let it go, because sometimes things are real. Believe in Mr.
He
Scoops.
can't face the truth. Like that guy in the movie.
Okay,
All right.
can I just
John Travolta,
Steve-
you can't handle the truth.
That's from A Few Good Men. That's
Yes, indeed.
Tom
All right.
Cruise
so
Well
let's,
done.
Couldn't
let's,
handle the truth.
Let's get. What's
Seymour
another
Scoop.
scoop we got here, Mr.
Seymour
Scoops?
Scoop
What
coming
else
at
do you have here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, how about this one? Renowned psychotic show host Oprah Winfrey.
She's not psychotic.
Chain sucks 5 dicks. Yes, everybody saw it on webcams.
Wait, what did she do?
Chain sucked 5 dicks.
What does that mean? She changed sucked fight. She performed oral sex.
She sucked 5 dicks
5.
directly in a row.
And
like-
did you say what?
This
did you
is
say?
right off the AP wire, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that is a scoop and a half.
That
How
is a
could you?
scoop.
How could you turn your nose up
Well,
at a news scoop like
He
that?
said he got it off the AP wire.
Yeah,
Then it's not even. Then it's not our scoop. That
No,
came from the
I
AP.
got
I
the
could go
basic-
on the AP wire
Hang
and get
on
the
a sec.
scoop.
Hang on a sec.
And I'll do it right now.
I got on the AP wire. Oprah Winfrey hosts a show with Tom Cruise, and then I did the research on the chain sucking 5 dicks.
Yeah. Now
what was
is
what was the research exactly? What was the process involved in that?
Me and my Crackerjack Ace staff
Yeah.
went down to Chicago and checked things out.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to give you his secrets. Then every other Tom, Dick, and Harry listening will go and start ripping huge, giant gossip nuggets like he does. all the
Seymour
time.
Scoop.
I just want to get this straight. You found out through the AP wire that Oprah Winfrey hosts a show,
So I thought I'd investigate.
but everybody knows she hosts a show.
I thought I needed to know more. It's not enough to host a show.
It's in his nature. He wants, he's got to
That's
get
what
to
I
the-
do. You want me to turn my eyes on you? I've got a Crackerjack staff to find something out on you in 5 seconds.
Yeah, you know what, Mr. Scoops? I think that might be a good idea.
Give me one name of your Crackerjack staff.
You
One
can't
name.
start giving out names. That's a journalistic. What's the
There's
code?
no staff.
Code of
There's no
Hippocratic
staff.
Oath.
Look, we're gonna dig up some dirt on you, Ridley, for the
Go,
next.
please,
Mr.
that's a challenge. Dig up.
Scoop segment.
I
Seymour
want
Scoop will dig it out.
$1,000 for any dirt that your Crackerjack staff can dig up on me.
All right.
That's yeah.
All
I
right.
already got one right now.
Let's hear it.
What's that white stuff on your shoulder? Dandruff, I hear. That's the word on the Hollywood streets.
I don't have dandruff. On my
I
shoulder.
see it. I
That's
see
not
it.
A scoop. That's
There
just
you
something-
go.
I see dandruff
Yeah.
on your
Well,
shoulders.
it's not a scoop.
Scoop.
He scooped your ass.
Seymour Scoop. I scooped it out.
All right, it's that time in the show where we get a little down and dirty with some Hollywood gossip with our resident Hollywood genius, Mr. Scoops.
Justin,
Yeah.
you know how I feel about the Mr. Scoop segment, right?
Yeah? What about it?
Well,
That you love it?
No, that I think it's a bunch of lies and defamation, and it's a giant liability on the show as a whole.
Well,
and to prove that, not that I need to, he blatantly makes up nonsense, and including whatever relationship he purports to have with you from the past, which I also don't believe is true.
Well, I don't know what this has to do with
the
anything.
point is, I've been doing some research. I've cross-checked every fact he's ever given us, every scoop he's ever said on this show. They're all lies.
Give me some
Per
examples.
example, he said that Gary Coleman was the subject of Carly Simon's 1972 hit You're So Vain. Gary Coleman, born in 1968, was 4 years old.
So? Well, he was alive.
I don't even think a 4-year-old child develops the... They're not even conscious enough to be vain.
All right, look,
How
here-
could he possibly be vain enough at 4 years old to rub Carly Simon the wrong way that you would write a whole song about it? That's ridiculous.
I'd be
it's
willing
a blatant lie.
I'd be willing to put money down that, Carly Simon's probably the reason why he got his part on Different Strokes. They probably would go.
You'd be willing to put money down.
They
on
probably
that,
go
Justin.
way back.
Okay,
well,
great.
Mr. Scoops,
Hello there, Justin.
what do you think
I
about?
hear there's talk about me in the studio.
Yeah, Ryan's pretty worked up.
Well,
but
there, Ryan, let me put your mind at ease, because I got a new theme song for you. Mr. Scoop is Mr. Scoop, a scoop it up, a scoopy-doop.
It's great. That's a great.
How's that for you?
Yeah, you know
It's
what?
really good.
Don't quit your day job. As much as I think that you're a horrible gossip columnist, you're a better gossip columnist than you are a singer-songwriter.
How about
Mr.
this
Scoops.
one? Yo, scoop it.
Great.
Thanks there.
it's a really good little.
So let's hear the
catchphrase.
series of lies and exaggerations.
I don't
and
appreciate
falsehoods
that
and-
tone. Justin, what's going on with this
Hey,
man?
I don't know. Take it easy, Ryan. Let the poor man do what he does best, and that is scoop some really good
I
scoops
get
of
the
Hollywood
scoops.
stuff.
He does it terribly.
Let's-
He's a liar.
Let's let him start. What
Let's
what's-
hear it, Mr. Scoops. Woo boy!
right, Ryan.
Yeehaw!
Now, Ryan, I know you probably think I just deal with Hollywood. I do so much more. Political news.
Yeah.
Michelle Obama, the wife of Barack Obama, was seen talking to aliens the other day on the White House lawn.
Yeah, great. Wonderful.
Now,
I mean,
the next
anyone that
story-
hears that knows that's obviously Michelle Obama, president of Barack Obama, seen talking to aliens.
Are you trying
You
to
say
say
potato.
that? Are you trying to sit here all high and mighty and pretend like there's no possible way that there is an alien life out in the existence of the
Yes.
Yeah,
vast
Mr.
spans of the
Smarmy.
universe?
It's a blatant lie. There's no aliens. And if there were aliens, they're not talking to Michelle Obama out in anywhere that Mr. Scoop or his Scoop crew would be able to see it or know it.
Here it is here. Rose
Do you think we're
Garden
going to get that
aliens.
information? Yeah.
Speaking to Michelle Obama.
Okay. So, Mr. Scoop, you got that scoop. No one else, the rest of the world, the rest of the media, they missed the story. That
I've got a crackerjack ace staff everywhere. They see things that nobody else does.
Oh, so you...
He's got eyes up, down, left, and right everywhere you go.
I've got more eyes than a cannibal.
Yeah,
I don't know what that... Okay.
he's good at what he does, Ryan.
He's-
Just let the man do it.
Ryan, check this out. In our weekly Dom DeLuise watch, Dom has gone trick-or-treating around his neighborhood.
Dom DeLuise.
Thanks, Dom.
He's been dead for a year.
Oh,
He's been dead for a year. So that you never...
I beg to differ.
Yeah, Ryan, what are you talking?
I have it right here on IMDb.
Oh,
May
I've got a
9th,
weekly Dom DeLuise watch.
2009. Expired.
You know what? That is bullshit. And Dom DeLuise is that's all nonsense. We got the weekly Dom DeLuise
I've
watch.
got a cracker ace staff that watches Dom DeLuise every week. I get reports from all over the world.
They're watching a random fat man, if they're watching anyone at all. That's
Look at
not
this.
Dom DeLuise.
I'm going
He's
over
been
my
dead
back ones.
for a year.
Last week, Dom DeLuise walks on a statue. The week before, Dom DeLuise sips from a man.
Sips what?
They're all over the place here.
Sips what? What is he sipping from a man?
It doesn't
I
matter.
don't have all the story here.
We know we're getting our little taste of Dom DeLuise watch. It doesn't matter
Everybody wants to know about
what.
this
Yeah,
man.
he's a legendary guy.
And
I
what about
agree. I don't argue with that. But
Ryan,
he's been dead for a year. There's nothing to watch.
Ryan, let's agree to disagree. But what about
No.
Doogie Howser, Michael J. Fox, was last seen munching on a pretzel in his local neighborhood hot shop?
Yeah, what about that, Ryan?
I don't know what a hot chop is.
A
Doogie
hot
Howser
shop.
was played by Neil Patrick
You know
Harris,
what?
not Michael J. Fox.
Ryan,
You are cold, you go to a hot shop.
You're being real rough on Mr. Scoops over here.
Why the hostility,
With
Ryan?
good cause, because Mr. Scoops makes up lies. He has no business being on this podcast. He has no business being on any broadcasting format whatsoever. He has no business
Ryan,
even communicating with the outside world because all he does is lie.
You're making him cry, Ryan. You're making him upset.
I'm trying hard, I ran over a dog last week on my Chevy Malibu.
Oh, Mr. Scoops.
I'm not really dealt to be a man of steel like I normally am. My wife, Mrs. Scoops, doesn't like me anymore.
Oh,
She kicked me out of the house.
that's horrible, Mr.
well,
Scoops.
I just don't know if I can deal with things that I don't know where to go.
Well,
I'm not used to this lifestyle.
Mr. Scoops, you're free to stay with me for a little while if you need a place.
wait,
Don't
wait.
jawbone me.
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can stay with me, Mr. Scoops, if you need.
What kind of place you got?
It's a decent. I got a room for you.
I don't mean
I've got my stuff in the car. I'd love to come over after this show.
I don't mean to be
All right.
insensitive, but you're telling me, Mr. Scoops, you're having marital troubles?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and you need a place to stay?
I need a place to stay. Can you fit my telescope in your mirror?
You know what, Mr. Scoops? I'll do that. I'll do that for you. You can crash with me.
Oh, Justin, I appreciate it.
Justin, he asked if you could fit his telescope in your mirror.
That's fine.
Oh, Justin, thank you.
I have a real big mirror thing in my bathroom. It's big enough to put a telescope in if you need it.
My family doesn't talk to me anymore.
So,
well, listen, Mr. Scoops.
Mr. Scoops is true, Mr. Scoops?
Mr. Scoops is not having a good time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm normally the objective reporter, coming at you with scoops all over the world.
Well, we're getting a taste of the real.
I certainly don't want to.
It's hard.
I want to be sensitive. I'm sorry. I'm just having trouble. It's just you've lied so much in the past, Mr. Scoops, that this is. If you are having marital troubles, though.
Look at the man. He's
Ryan, please. I am not a liar. I do my job every day. I'm a hard worker. That's what I do.
His wife is.
I'm Mr. Scoops.
His wife kicked him out. Ryan, have a heart. Look at the poor guy.
Look, I've got no problem with him staying with you, Justin.
All right.
If he's really going through a tough time, I'm a human being.
Mr. Scoops, do you have any scoops for us? You wanna maybe, if that might make you feel a little bit better to.
You know, my work is everything right now, Justin. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Carmen Diaz was last seen. He was driving a car and was seen in a gay relationship, apparently, with Justin Timberlake.
Huh.
This is a crazy thing that I saw, my Cracker Jack staff saw in Malibu recently.
That's strange.
So, okay.
That's strange. So, all right.
So,
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Mr. Scoops. We're gonna get you back on track.
He did say Carbon Diaz.
Yeah, apparently seen with a man. It's a terrible thing. I mean, I'm not saying that that's terrible, but I'm just really upset right now. I'm sorry, Ryan. I can't live up to your expectations.
Yeah, he's a human
Look,
being.
Mr. Scoops, you're dealing with a lot of stuff right now. I'm just gonna back off a little bit. You're right.
Please, would you please?
Yeah, I'll
give
back
a man
off.
a break. I'm
Okay.
trying to make a living. Do I come in and say, "Oh, your saliva's too close to the microphone"?
No, you don't. If Carbon Diaz is having a homosexual relationship with Justin Timberlake, then you know what? And if this is what your team
I'm
Scoops,
just reporting the facts.
Then-
That's all I do
then
here.
who am I to say that he didn't?
Mr. Scoop is full of bloop, doopy, shoopy. I do it.
Okay, so Justin, you're going to be putting up Mr. Scoops for the next
Yep.
few days. How long does he have with you?
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm on the right side of the bed.
I'm having a real rough time here with him, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, you did invite Mr. Scoops into your house, Justin, and I mean, I understand he's going through some difficult times in his life, but you hardly know the man.
He's just really messy, and he keeps breaking shit.
Yeah, I know. I could tell by just looking at him that he's not going to be the best. Well, why don't you just tell him that it's time for him to go check in a hotel? What?
You know what else he does? It just drives me insane. Is he's always got the TV set to the Korean channel. All day, all night. I don't know why. I know he doesn't speak.
Does he sleep?
During the day, but at night he's up moaning, kicking. It's a.
Hey there, gang. How's it
Here he
going?
comes. Hey,
there.
Mr. Scoops.
Howdy, Justin. You ran off on me early this morning.
Yep. Just had to go on. Just get out on a walk for a bit.
By the by, I don't know if we're on the air, but I accidentally ripped your Muppet Show calendar.
No, it's okay, Mr. Scoops.
Sorry about that.
And we are on.
Hey there.
Yep. So everybody, this is Mr. Scoops. We got another wonderful Hollywood scoop for everybody.
How you holding up, Mr. Scoops?
Yeah, I'm holding up fine.
Yeah.
Thanks to Justin there. Thanks for putting me up there, fella.
He's a
No problem,
he's a good
Mr.
guy. He's helped me
Scoops.
through some tough times too. Have you been talking to your wife? Things been
Well, occasional call here and there, but the missus is having some trouble with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have to say this is a scoop. Mr. Scoop is getting a divorce.
Oh, man,
Mr.
yeah.
Scoops.
Yep, it's you and me, Justin, for the next year.
Well, I'd like to try to see if we can't figure out some sort of more permanent.
Scoop moves in with Justin. 1 year.
Well,
that sounds. I think Justin. I think that you need. You offered your help to. Your
I
heart
offered.
To
I offered.
I ate your
Listen.
ice cream sandwiches last night.
Oh, I just bought a whole thing of those.
It's the one in the blue box.
Did you eat the whole box?
The blue box, yes.
Jesus.
Look,
I ate the box.
Here's the thing. I offered, a little time just so he could get it on his feet. I don't want Mr. Scoop staying for a whole
Justin,
year.
I'm sorry. I just put that as a story. I put it out on the wires. Let's just go with it for now, okay?
Look,
I move in with you for a year. Mr. Scoop getting a divorce.
Look, we're gonna.
It's out in public now.
By the way, you're
Justin.
out of Lucozade. Why did you just get one bottle of Lucozade?
Look, we're gonna.
Justin, listen. The world now knows that you are housing Mr. Scoops. If you were to kick him out at this point, then everyone's gonna think you're a jerk.
And let me say this. Mr. Scoop loves yogurt. All flavors. Cherry,
You better,
vanilla,
Yeah.
Stock up
tarmac.
on some yogurt, Justin.
Yeah.
tequila.
I got a good idea that you like yogurt after I noticed all of my yogurt gone and eaten. Listen, we'll
Let's not
figure
get
something out for
personal
you.
now.
We'll get you back on your feet. You're not living with me for a year. All right, Mr. Scoops, let's hit some of these scoops that you've got this
Okay.
fine day.
I got a new intro for you.
Okay.
Scoop, 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 scoop of scoop, scoop, scoop. It's Mr. Scoop, scoop, scoop. With the scoop.
I actually like that. That's
was
pretty
great.
good.
There
yeah.
you go there. Now, get ready for this one. Starting out, in Tinseltown, James Bond recently spotted with a love interest. The notorious Lothario was seen with a lovely missus in a tweed coat.
Huh.
That's a pretty good scoop, Justin.
There you go.
I'm glad that we have Mr. Scoop. I'm turning around at 180 on with
Yeah.
Mr. Scoop.
Thank
I think
you,
he's-
Ryan.
I think he should stick around. I can't wait. You could carpool with him to the
No,
show for
no,
a
when
year.
people spoil.
We've got Mr. Scoop locked down. It's as good as a contract. We've
Listen.
got Mr. Scoop for the next year.
I don't want to.
Thanks, Justin.
Mr. Scoop is starting to really, wear out his welcome with me.
I know he's joking. We got along just fine.
Look,
Yeah, things sound like he sounds more happier than
Mr.
ever.
Thank
Scoop.
you for watching Korean TV with me.
I don't want to watch Korean TV.
I love Korean TV.
Let's hear another one of these wonderful scoops, Mr. Scoop. I
All
can't
right,
wait.
you know
This
it's
is
not
my-
just about celebrities, right?
Yeah, ooh, that's where I
Speaking
get all my
of
news.
Mr. Larry Birds of the LA Lakers, he was spotted muscling down a grizzly turd in Section 4, next to none other than Jack Nicklaus.
Huh.
I heard about that.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Larry Bird of the basketball
Wait, wh-
was eating feces next to Jack Nicklaus.
So what? Now
the actor.
you're skeptic.
You heard it here first, Justin.
I've finally seen Mr. Scoop I see the light.
You're
with
not
Mr. Scoop.
You're not
Thanks,
just doing
Ryan.
this because he's staying with me, and you know that I'm irritated with him. You're not just pretending.
Why would I do that?
Justin, I apologize in advance. I broke your beanbag chair.
Wonderful.
Sorry about that.
That was a good beanbag
Well,
chair.
it's not a beanbag chair. It's called a love sack. First of all, second of all, it cost me like $300. How did you break it? What do you mean you broke it? What, did you cut into it or something?
I got your axe out of the hardware section.
What?
Don't you have a hardware section?
The shed?
Yeah.
What are you doing with my axe and my beanbag, my love sack thing?
My apologies.
Let's
Jesus
hear another
Christ.
scoop from Mr. Scoop.
Well,
my
I'll tell you,
house
Ryan,
is a
thank you
pig.
so
It's a
much.
mess because of you, Mr. Scoop.
Rodney Dangerfield finally gets some respects when he gives the graduation speak at MIT.
Look.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
That is great. I think I saw that video on YouTube.
Look. This
It
is
was a wonderful speech. Who knew that Rodney Dangerfield could be so eloquent?
He also got a PhD.
Mr.
Oh,
Scoops.
that is great. Good for Rodney Dangerfield.
Welcome back to the Respectville that you so justly deserve,
Yeah,
Rodney.
he's finally arrived. Rodney
Mr.
Dangerfield.
Scoops,
Thank God for Mr. Scoop.
How much more, like, what's the quickest you can move out, Mr. Scoops?
I left a taco in your fridge.
So don't eat it, Justin.
Please don't eat the taco, Justin. I'm coming home with you. We're going to race for it.
It's funny you should mention the taco you left in my fridge because that's just a tip of the iceberg of the shit that you've left in my fridge.
On the left side of the bed, Justin. It is a deal breaker for me.
Justin, why don't you open your mind and just learn to accept Mr. Scoops for all his foibles and flaws, like I did?
Me and Mr. Scoops go way back, but, I've never had to live with him.
Remember, Justin, Gene Hackman used to live with one of the Muppet characters. They became fast friends.
Yeah, so you're kind
I-
of like Gene Hackman, Justin.
I do know about that,
Or
Mr.
is it vice
Scoops.
versa?
Thanks, Justin. You're the man, both of you.
Thank you, Mr.
I
Scoops.
really enjoy. Thank you,
Oh,
Mr. Scoops.
This is
Over
gonna
and
be
out.
great. A year of this.
Mr. Scoops. All right, it's time in the show for another, Hollywood gossip
My
segment
favorite segment.
with our celebrity gossip columnist, Mr. Scoops.
Hello there, Mr. Scoops. We scoop the poop so you don't have to snoop.
All right, Mr. Scoops.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
All right,
Coming up with
Brian.
the latest scoops. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's hear what you got today, Mr. Scoops.
Scoop number 1. Kathy Bates and Harrison Ford are at it again. They were seen canoodling in a handicapped restroom on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Huh.
Ooh.
Scoop number 1. How's that for some scoops?
That's spicy.
The spicy
Mr.
scoop.
Scoops.
Yep, those two are at it all the time.
Oh,
You know,
boy.
I have to admit,
Yes?
I'm a little less than
Doing a scoop.
I'm a little less than enthusiastic this time around, just because I've heard this scoop a couple of times. Mr. Scoop's still living with me, in case anyone was wondering, and the thrill of a fresh scoop is sort of. I mean, the Kathy Bates scoop. I've
I
heard it a
appreciate
couple
that,
times.
Justin. I've got it right somewhere.
Well,
I know, it's just.
so Justin, you hear these scoops. I mean, that's how fortunate of you. How lucky of you that you
Well,
can
you
hear
know,
these
it-
scoops before everyone else.
it
I
sort of
know, I'm
takes
jealous.
He has the scoops before anyone snoops.
Yeah.
It takes the joy out of hearing him on the segment,
Oh, I-
'cause if it's just,
Well, if you close the bathroom door, maybe you wouldn't hear so much.
Mr. Scoops, this is my house. I can live in it however I please.
By the way, it wouldn't hurt to buy 3 boxes of Pop-Tarts instead of the measly one you buy.
You know what?
Oh,
If you,
Justin, you've
if
got a
you-
guest.
If the man wants Pop-Tarts, he's got his own money. He can buy them himself.
Come on, Justin.
Listen.
I work hard to get the scoops.
Justin, he needs scoop fuel.
I said I didn't mind if a couple of days. He really.
Justin,
Listen,
relax.
Listen.
Mr.
Let's
Scoops
let's
wants
just.
to come home from work, take off his pants, and have a nice box of Raisin Bran.
Not a single paycheck has come for him. I don't know if he's got a P.O. box. I'm not sure where this man's
I left your
income.
address at,
All right.
at the workstation.
Go
Justin,
ahead.
Listen, the least you can do, Mr. Scoops is good enough to take the time to come on our show and give us the greatest Hollywood
Scoops around.
Yeah. This is huge. We are so fortunate.
Okay.
I'm
Mr.
a
Scoops.
pro from the word go, Justin.
you
The
don't need
least
to-
you could do is buy the man some Raisin Bran and Pop-Tarts.
Okay, you don't need
some
to-
decent milk, not the skim kind
And
you
some
usually
skim
get.
milk, Justin.
Listen, it's a lot of
and
stress.
close the door.
I-
the bathroom door.
Please.
There's no need to.
have some-
Mr. Scoops, I
Yes,
don't.
Justin.
Justin-
Some things the audience don't need to hear about. Can we please continue
All right.
now?
This just in, Justin. Get it?
Yeah.
I get it.
Carmen Diaz.
Oh, yeah. Another
Uh-huh.
Carmen Diaz
How's that
scoop.
for a scoop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carmen Diaz.
What about
What?
her?
That's the scoop. She's around town all the time. I got locked out of the house. I don't have a scoop. Justin,
You know where the.
you told me to put the key underneath the mat. It wasn't there.
I
Justin,
always.
How's Mr. Scoops going to be able to get a Scoops if he can't get access to his intricate
I
scoop
can't get
network? His computer, his
it's-
telephone, his
I
fax
put-
I
machine.
tried calling you.
I
on the-
put the key under the mat, and he loses it every time. And how many keys are scattered about the city now?
I got a lot
my-
to worry
to my
about.
house.
I got scoops to find.
Let's get back into the scoops.
I'm scooping around.
Nobody wants to hear about all this other things.
Mr. Scoops, I have a question.
Fire away.
You've been living with Justin for a while, and Justin's, kind of a little bit of a celebrity.
You
He's a star.
betcha.
He's a star of his own podcast. Do you have any
All right.
inside scoops
I'm
about him?
glad that you asked
No,
that,
no,
Brian.
no.
Seriously, this just in about Justin. Beep, 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 beep. Justin, 2 times in the toilet, he made stuff
All right.
come out
That-
all over the seat.
Okay.
Yep, problematic. times here in Justin's world.
Justin's.
Look,
maybe you should.
I'm not comfortable with
What's
Scoops.
happening to you, Justin?
Maybe you should give Mr. Scoop some of your Raisin Bran.
Listen,
Justin. It sounds like you got a lot of fire in
none
your
of that
belly.
is true. What he just
Somebody hid
said.
some sticky sheets
What-
underneath.
He's making
hamper
shit up
last
about
night.
me. He's making up things, and none of that is true.
After watching Dirty Dancing 2,
All right,
sexy movie.
that is false information, Mr. Scoops.
Wait. Are you saying you've never watched Dirty Dancing 2?
No, of course,
Never?
I
He's
would
got
never.
it on a loop there, Ryan.
You got it on a loop?
He's
And
making
you
shit up
have
about
a
me.
sheet that you...
All right, look, this is a witch hunt.
Justin.
Is this? Are we doing celebrity scoops, or are we
Justin
attacking
Janori.
me? I'll end it right now.
Justin, listen. All we won't care about is getting the hot. I don't think you should. Your ego. You're putting your ego too much in this. All we
It's
want
not
is the biggest
Justin,
scoops.
you are
All
the
right.
scoop
If they're
now.
you, if they're Carmen
Listen.
Diaz, if they're
Okay, well,
Kathy
he
Bates,
You're
who
in good
cares?
company, Justin.
He made them up about me. That's not
Well, look,
true.
Justin.
Oh, making up.
Look, Justin. If he made these up, I mean,
Well, what?
Then
No.
Mr.
Scoops doesn't lie.
yeah. I mean, you're always saying Mr. Scoops.
Kick myself in the eye.
You always say to me, Mr. Scoops isn't lying.
He never lies usually,
Yeah.
but right now he is. I mean,
Mr. Scoops never lies about a story. I'll pay you in person if I am.
That sounds like a solid guarantee, Justin.
All right. Well, these things are not true about me.
Well, so he's making stuff about you, but not about Kathy Bates and Harrison Ford.
It's me,
That's
Mr.
right.
Scoops.
All right, Mr.
And
Scoops.
James
All
Caan and-
right, look,
Who would you
Emmanuel
okay,
trust?
you know what?
whoever.
That's it. Okay.
Huh?
I'm calling your wife.
No.
I'm gonna call your wife. I keep bringing it up. It's
Twilight is out next week.
No.
I think it came out
all right.
last week,
That's it.
actually.
I'm absolutely
Sorry, you
no.
flustered me.
All right. That's it. That's
What?
it for Mr. Scoops.
How about those Twilight
We've got
movies?
Kathy Bates and George Harrison.
Pretty
And
good
Justin's
movies.
clogging the toilet and masturbating
All right,
to a sheet watching Dirty
okay.
Dancing 2.
That ain't the half of it.
We'll see you next time, Mr. Scoops.
Bye.
Buy more Pop-Tarts.
All right, it's that time in the show where we have our resident celebrity gossip columnist, Mr. Seymour Scoops, to do some dishing on the dirt of the scoops. And he's here, right here.
Hello out there in Hollywood land. Thanks, Justin. It's Seymour Scoops. I see more scoops, so you don't have to snoop.
That's
All right.
That's right. And, I've got a little surprise.
No, I've got some surprises.
Well, guess what?
Lindsay Lohan.
Hold on, Mr. Scoops, because I've got a real big surprise for you today.
It's going to take some doing to surprise
yeah.
Mr. Scoops.
It's not really that big of a surprise because I told you. But Sandy, Mrs. Scoops, come
Yes.
on in.
Yes, here. Hello, hi.
I thought
right.
you were
How are
joking,
you?
Justin.
Nope.
Here I am, Seymour.
Sandra,
Now
What? What?
you weren't supposed to show up at work.
I wasn't supposed to show up at work. I'm a human being.
I've got
Seymour.
jobs to do.
I can make my own choices.
I've got things
If
to do.
I
Whoa,
wanna-
whoa, you guys settle down. Settle down. Let's...
This is going to be a little bit of a different scoop, Mr. Seymour Scoops, because
Oh, I'll show you a different Mr. Scoops. I'll tell you everything.
I
You want
can't-
scoop?
This is wrong.
You want poop?
It's
I've
against
got it.
my
I know
integrity
it.
as a journalist is down the toilet.
Well-
Integrity.
Okay, everybody. Apparently, what we have here, this is a little different. We have Mr. Scoops with us,
Yes?
and we have his estranged wife, Mrs.
Sandra.
Scoops. Sandra.
nice to meet
I'm in
you.
the middle of a show.
You boys are lovely.
And
you boys
I-
are
and
adorable.
I need
lovely boys.
Lindsay Lohan.
We don't
Sandra,
care. We don't care about Lindsay Lohan.
It's time for me to as much as I love Mr. Scoops, I can't live with the man.
Oh yeah. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, well,
I'm glad that I'm not crazy.
okay.
Because I felt crazy living with him, and I thought, is it me? Is it me? But I mean,
This-
I finally, I had to draw a line.
this is all hunky-dory, but
Justin.
what about the cast of MASH?
Justin.
Meeting
One morning, I
Please.
had someone,
I'm a
I'm not
journalist.
going to say who, someone slipped vodka into my breakfast.
Who would like to hear more about LeBron James?
Mr. Scoops.
Great.
Listen.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, yeah, you can't ignore this anymore. You have a wife here.
Mr. Scoops, please.
You have to
might-
figure out how to make this work, Mr. Scoops.
Till death do you part. Am I right, Sandy?
Well, then I'll die. I'll choose death. It'll be fine.
Oh.
I'll
Listen.
stop living. I'll turn my face to a wall and just cease.
Listen.
Sandy, I didn't go down the altar and make a vow. You did. I need you to take
I don't
him
remember.
back.
She doesn't respect me,
I remember
Justin.
a courthouse.
That's the problem.
I remember a drunk meeting at a courthouse. That's what I remember.
I
don't
had a
remember
few
any
with Jack
altars.
Klugman.
Wait a minute.
He was my best man.
Mr. Scoops, you don't think your wife respects you?
I don't think she respects anything I do.
Sandy,
the problem.
Sandra, is this true?
No comment.
I'm one of the biggest, highly respected journalists in Hollywood.
Oh
All
my
right.
God!
Do you
please.
care?
Please.
Now-
You respect you eat Cheetos and watch the TMZ and then you get it all wrong.
Now,
You
Sandy-
call
And you
me
tell me
Mr.
about it.
Hollywood in bed? No.
Sandy, I
No,
want to
I
remind
don't.
you of something.
I'm very unpleased.
I want to
in bed.
remind you of
I
something, Sandy. I want to
beg to
remind you
differ.
of something that Mr. Scoops told me many years ago, because as our audience knows, Scoops and I have been friends. You know, we went
I'm
camping
very
once.
wise.
And, you know, I want to remind you, I'm going to paint a picture for you, Sandy. I'm going to paint a picture of a night in Paris.
Oh, I love Paris.
You know,
I love anything
too.
French. Anything
it
French.
it was a full moon on the Eiffel Tower, Mr. Scoops and you know, hearts floating above your heads and love in your eyes.
Americans in Paris.
And you know, you looked into his eyes and
like
he looked
Leslie
into
Caron.
yours. Yeah.
Gene
And
Kelly.
those feelings don't disappear. They might be buried under many other horrible things.
Those were the days.
But
Buried.
I think that there's still. I think in.
Aw. Is that how you proposed, Sandra?
Yes.
Oh.
I was
We
like
were on
Gene
top
Kelly.
Of, we were on top of a French
Scoops.
monument.
Yeah.
We were on top of a French monument. We just had a wonderful meal.
You had that allergic reaction to
I
shellfish, didn't you?
I did. I spent most of our time in the hospital there, but they were very nice French doctors. There was
French
one
hospitals.
nurse named Helene who was a real twat, but everyone else was very nice.
And he was-
Helene the twat, we called her.
He was by your side that whole time in the hospital. Now, I think it's time that you stand by his side and let him move back in with you and, you know, try to make it work with
I'm
each
willing
other.
to go halfway if she is, Justin.
Yeah.
What do you say, Sandy?
Mrs. Scoops, don't you remember all that when he was courting you with all those scoops? I mean, you used to be impressed by
She
his
doesn't
scoops.
even call me Mr. Scoops anymore.
I know.
Used to call me Mr. Scoops.
Mr. Scoops,
Hey.
Mr. Scoops, let's get the romance back. Woo Sandy with some scoops.
Yeah, give her a
Impress
scoop. Give her a
Yeah.
scoop.
Sandra, this scoop just in.
What?
I think I really care for you. I always have.
Oh, Mr. Scoops, come back. Come
This-
back home. I've been so lonely.
This just in.
I killed our cat.
Mr. Scoops is coming back
Oh!
with a new cat.
Oh! Hooray! Mr.
Huzzah!
Scoops!
Send that to the wires.
Mr. Scoops is coming back! Out of
Justin,
my hair, finally!
bring my things. I want all my model planes and crossword puzzle books sent to my house.
You know what? I feel like not only did I make a victory for my own life,
And my water skis.
but I also
We don't have room for your water skis. We don't have.
well,
I've done some remodeling.
helped
You'll deal
two
with that
people
later.
I'm afraid that's a deal breaker.
remember
No,
their
no,
love
let's
for-
not.
All right.
What?
I love my
What's
water
happening?
skis.
Forget about
What's
the
going
water
on?
skis. We're doing
Okay.
good. All right,
Okay.
let's, Mr. Scoops. Why don't we close the segment out with a juicy scoop?
All right, here we go. How about that Mel Gibson claims that his tape where he's yelling at his wife are misconstrued. Actually, they're aliens.
Oh, I love that one. I never heard that one, and
Yep.
I believe it.
Sure
Amazing.
thing.
I believe it too.
You heard it here
It's
first.
beautiful.
All right.
I'm just the cockles of my heart are warmed that Mrs. Scoops is finally believing Mr. Scoops is
I love
well, it
you
was
know,
a rocky road,
tails
but
again.
I
now
love that word
everything-
cockles.
Everything's back to normal. All right. Well, another wonderful segment of Mr. Scoops. Thank you, Sandy Scoops, for coming
Oh,
by
thank you.
and,
Justin,
I
I
love
need
live
my-
television.
and being manipulated by me. And thank you,
Wait a
Mr.
minute.
Scoops.
I
All
like
right,
that lederhosen, Justin.
suckers. All right, it's that time in the show. Another segment with our celebrity gossip columnist, Mr. Scoops, fresh out of my home and back with his wife. How's it going?
This is Mr. Scoops. I'm better than ever, as Ronald Reagan would say. Back in the saddle again.
all right.
All right, so things are good back at home.
He's got a rosy glow. I
Couldn't
see.
be better.
Yeah.
All right, well,
I'm ready to give you some scoops, Justin.
I'm ready to hear some scoops. Back
I'm
to
ready to say them.
true form with Mr. Scoops. All right, let's let's get the ball rolling. What do you got on the plate for us today?
Here we go, Justin. Let's start right out of the box. None other than super-duper movie star Clint Eastwood was seen last at a bus stop. He was going so...
Scoops?
May have to get his hip replaced. Now, next on...
Wait.
Mr. Scoops,
What happened there,
You
Mr.
okay?
Scoop?
What's going on?
What was that all about? You sort of
Just
kind of
delivering the scoops for ya.
you sort of
fell asleep.
trailed off, Mr.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
wait, is that a syringe? What is that? What are you doing?
I call it my traveling companion.
What is
Wait,
that?
Wait.
Mr. Scoops.
I've
stop.
got some scoops to do, buddies.
Wait,
Patty
he's-
LaBelle is...
He's injecting. What is that shit?
Well, boys, I don't know if you've heard of the legal drug called heroin, but I take it every day.
Heroin?
Yeah, in case you didn't hear, the scoop, heroin's legal in over 15 states.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You're on heroin?
Yes, come on.
How long have you been doing heroin?
I've been doing heroin for 32 years. It's done me a whole lot of good.
That's
Mr.
Let's
Scoop.
check out the latest.
No, Mr. Scoops.
What?
That's
What?
not.
That's bad.
That's not good.
Shit's bad for you.
I thought you had your life together. What are you doing?
Listen, if you ride the dragon, you're okay with me. You can hitch to my wagon.
But well, that's cute,
That's
rhyme,
how I
but
get
that's a
the-
serious. What are you saying?
Don't you know how I get the scoops?
All
You
these
get
years
on a
I've
little black tar, I can do no wrong. If I'm on the brown Shiva, I'm a believer.
Mr. Scoops?
Well, okay.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ, Mr. Scoops, this is serious.
I mean,
man.
I will say in his defense.
Justin, do you know about
That's
this?
right, I'm the best in the business.
Well, I had no idea, but I will say in his defense, I mean, he does come up with some pretty incredible scoops.
How do you think I broke the Tom Bosley affair?
Are you justifying Mr. Scoops' use of heroin?
Well, he says he's been doing it for 30. How many years? 32?
32 and a half years.
So, I mean, I've known him for 15 years. So, I mean, I haven't.
There you go,
apparently,
Justin, you're enabling him.
I'm surprised you boys don't take it.
This is called enabling. You're an enabler.
Well,
We're
look.
all in show business. Everybody does it.
no, people with serious problems,
Patty
Mr.
LaBelle,
Scoops.
Look,
Julia Louis-Dreyfus,
Look, leave him alone.
Megan Fox.
Some people work in different ways. It'd be one thing if he just started a couple days ago, but the guy's been locked into a.
I bought most of my stuff from Charlie Callis. I still have it.
All right, Mr. Scoops. Ooh, whoa.
Nothing. All
Oh,
right.
that was weird. Did you see that? He sort of seizured a little bit.
Ah.
Are you all right? Did you shoot too much? Okay.
Oh, Jesse James, divorced recently from Sandra Bullock, has recently been seen with Rue McClanahan. How was that? How was that? How was that?
Nice. Rue
How was that
McClanahan.
for a story?
Justin,
Did you
clearly,
hear that? Rue
yeah,
McClanahan
yeah, I
is
heard
Jesse
Story.
James.
Clearly, the heroin is starting to take
This
its
is
toll
a
on
story.
him, Justin. You can't deny that. The man's falling apart
Look,
before our
Bought a
eyes.
bicycle.
What?
Bought a bicycle.
Mr. Scoops, you're not even able to get through your scoops without passing out. How could you think?
well,
this
he
is
Not true.
Well, look, he it can't be that bad
Nah.
if it's like I said before, Ryan. I mean, he's been
Justin,
riding.
we've talked about this in the show. We have 12-year-old listeners. We can't
Look, I don't
give this a stamp of approval.
I don't condone it. It's really dangerous stuff.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah, go on. Can you get through this
seen
one?
at the beach.
Look, I just think this might be the first time we've ever seen him fresh.
Jeez, his eyes are rolling out in the back of his head, Justin.
Well, maybe he got a really powerful.
Look at him. Look at him. He's foaming at the
Beep,
mouth.
beep, beep, says the driver. Beep, beep, beep. Next up, a porcupine with a needle.
Wow. Well,
Justin, he's on his side. He's not even sitting upright anymore.
okay. Well, straighten him up.
I'm in
Prop
the
him
war.
back
Used
up.
to be
Mr.
in the war.
Mr. Scoops.
Carlos Mencia.
What about him, Mr. Scoops? You got a good one?
Yep, Carlos Mencia spotted in a cockfight last week. That's the scoop for Mr. Scoop.
You're feeling good, aren't you, Mr. Scoops?
I am a professional, Justin. You know how I operate. It's bing, bang, boom. I'm telling you stuff in the room.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I can't. I cannot.
Huh?
I cannot approve of this.
I
I
can.
cannot condone this. Mr. Scoops, if you're going to continue being a part of this show,
How about
you're
a
going to have to
bag?
get cleaned up.
Hey, this
How about
is
a
Ryan,
snowball?
This is not an intervention. we need him for our show. You know, they let Jerry Stahl write Alf. Mr. Scoops can do the gossip. All right. That was
everybody's doing it.
That was the scoop segment.
Lenny
That
Bruce.
was it. We're done, right?
Richard Pryor.
You got another scoop?
I don't know what we got out of that. I mean,
Kurt Cobain.
What? Do you have any?
Mr. Scoops.
Do you have a last scoop to leave us with today?
One last scoop. Jesse James headed for divorce court. Next. More next.
I can't even. The scoop. The heroin is not even. It's not even making him do good scoops anymore.
To be fair, I mean,
That's a pretty good scoop there.
I mean, come on, let's look at it from that angle.
Well, to be fair,
Sandra
to
Bullock.
me, they sound just as good. You know,
pretty damn good.
They're still on point to me.
Heroin approved.
Mr. Scoops, give me your hair. Give
All
me your
right.
needle.
Okay,
give me your needle.
everybody.
Give me
H.
your needle.
That's
That's
my
it
white horse.
for Mr. Scoops. Come back next week for more Scooperoonies.
If you want to ride the white horse. If you want to ride the white horse. Yes, indeed.
Kids, stay away from the
If
white
you
horse.
want to ride that white big horse.
All right. All right, it's another episode, another Mr. Scoops segment with our celebrity gossip columnist, Mr. Seymour Scoops. He's had a rocky little situation. How are you doing, Mr. Scoops?
Well, Justin, hello. I have an announcement to make. I don't normally talk before my scoops, but Ryan, I just want to thank you for straightening me out, getting me off the smack. I can't thank you enough.
Oh.
He's enrolled me in a church rehab program.
Yep.
Oh,
Thank you, Ryan.
That's fantastic, Ryan.
Yeah. You know, I
didn't even know any of this.
I didn't want the. You know, I'm not doing it for the praise. I appreciate it, but yeah, I talked to Mr. Scoops after last show, and
Well, that's the scoop of my lifetime.
Huh.
You saved me, Ryan. Thank you very much.
thank you, Mr. Scoops, and I'm just glad that you're doing well. Glad to see you're healthy.
God
Happy.
bless everyone.
It's fantastic. All right, well, that's I couldn't be happier
Sorry
either.
about that, but I had to say it.
I mean, Mr. Scoops is a longtime friend of mine, as everyone knows,
Yep.
and the reveal that he was on heroin was kind of
Quite
shocking.
shocking. I got lots of letters. I had no idea
Well,
that it was illegal.
Yeah, you had no idea there's a stigma attached to it.
Right.
Yeah.
and that it was so bad for you. Well, thank God that you're off of it, and
I was out of the loop on that one, buddies.
yeah. well, good for you.
Sorry
and,
about
and,
that.
I have to say that this should unleash the floodgates on some really great scoops. So why don't we
Thank
jump
you.
right into it and get into the juicy nuggets?
All right, everybody. Mr. Scoops back better than ever. Now, ready for some scoops. Illegal immigration is on the rise. Who would believe that all of these people are coming into our country? Huh? Nice job, Obama. All right, the next scoop.
Well, wait a. What kind of scoop is that?
It's not the usual.
That was
I'm just saying, what's the truth out there? A lot of illegals coming in.
okay.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
we're
Problematic.
It's not really Hollywood.
it's not usually
Quite the
your
scoop.
we're usually used to some celebrity nuggets.
All right. How about this one?
Okay.
All right, if you didn't like that one, Sally Struthers the other day was spotted with a bunch of adopted children.
Mm-hmm.
She said, when quoted, "Be kind to your neighbors." How's that for a scoop, everybody? Be kind to your neighbors. Love one another as you love yourself.
Huh. Where you? What?
well,
They're illegal.
that's from the Bible, I believe.
Yep.
I mean, Sally Struthers was, I assume, quoting the Bible.
You said you put him in a
That's
church,
the
Ryan?
scoop.
You got him enrolled in some church?
Yeah, it's a program. The Greater Presbyterian Church of Sherman Oaks has a
That's right,
drug rehab
Justin.
program. But I mean, I was told
Well,
that it
wait,
wasn't.
You
were you-
ought to love yourself, Justin, just like I do. Why don't you come with me on one of my meets?
I might have to. Let's keep going here and see
Yep.
what other scoops do you
told
have.
it wasn't overtly religious.
No, sirree, Bobby. I'm giving you the scoops as if I were objective.
All right.
All right. Stephen Baldwin, perhaps one of the greatest entertainers of our lifetime, was seen today at In-N-Out Burger. When asked how he was doing after The Apprentice, he said, "Jesus loves all of us." How's that for a scoop?
Well, I can't help but believe that maybe this church is having an adverse effect?
understand.
Well, it certainly seems that you're being
I'm
a little
as cutting
influenced.
edge as I always was.
Huh.
Laying out the scoops.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, I'm happy that you're,
I was really told, Justin, that this program wasn't overtly religious in any way. It was just help people of all
Saturday Night
backgrounds.
Live
I don't-
right winger Victoria Jackson. What a wonderful woman that one is. There you go.
Yeah, no, this is
boy.
blatantly
Jesus is
just
Lord.
religious. Mr. Scoops,
Jesus
you're
is
really
Lord.
obviously, Mr. Scoops. You feel you've been saved.
I want
You
to
found
thank
Jesus.
you, Ryan, for saving me.
This is not what
You're the man.
No, don't. This is not
Just
what I
like
wanted.
JC.
Pastor Gary did not.
Pastor Gary.
He.
What
who
a
is
great
this
man.
fucking Pastor
Pastor
Gary?
Gary,
He
the Johnny
told
Cash
me-
of right-wing
No, he-
church
he-
politics.
Is this
told
who's
me-
filling your head with all this
Yeah, he
shit?
told me that this was not going to be part of the deal. He said that he
Go,
would.
John McCain.
Well, okay.
Well,
you know what?
obviously, Pastor Gary and the Presbyterian Church of Sherman Oaks are.
Ryan,
Oaks.
we need to make
That's
this
the
right.
scoop.
He's. What does your wife have to say about this?
Yeah, what is?
She's got me on the couch right now, but
Oh,
I'm
not this
talking
again.
about life the way it is. And if she can't deal with it, then she's a Judas. Yep.
Scoops. Maybe, perhaps. Perhaps. What? I think you're off the heroin. I think that's
I'm
good.
off everything.
Maybe you should stop going to the Presbyterian Church of Sherman
I
Oaks.
like it.
You might want to.
We must
It's
kill Afghanis. We've got to go over there and kill as many as we can. That's the scoop.
No, that's not
the
the
real
scoop. Come on, don't you have anything about Carmen Diaz or
You're right.
Tony Randall or
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Carmen Diaz broke her arm the other day, went into a hospital. How about this Obamacare, huh? What's going on with that? How's she going to pay for her health care?
I'm not suggesting that Mr. Scoops go back on heroin, but something's got to.
Yeah, you can't shoehorn this right-wing Christian agenda into
Hey-ho.
your scoops, Mr. Scoops.
What about-
You can't right and left me all the time. You got to give me... Ryan helped me out.
No, don't. I did not intend for this to be the
Ryan
result.
saved my life.
No, stop it. Mr. Scoops, do you have
You
any
saved
heroin?
me.
Do you have any heroin left? Maybe just a little bit.
I put it in my safety deposit box.
All right.
What?
Did Pastor Gary suggest that?
No, he
That's-
didn't. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, that seems a
just
little-
in case I went crazy.
Yeah, okay. Well, may I suggest
well,
that you go to the bank and open it up and just maybe...
Or maybe try a couple puffs of weed,
Puff.
marijuana. Maybe
Listen,
something
just-
I
not
don't
quite
know.
as dangerous.
Pastor Gary wouldn't be too happy.
I don't think Pastor Gary needs to know. I also don't think Pastor Gary needs to be hanging around with you anymore.
I also hang out with Gary Berghoff. Quite a guy.
I knew about that.
Who is he? The talk show?
Gotta
game
love
show?
him.
Yeah.
Who is he?
From MASH.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Listen.
Radar. Okay, everybody, that's the scoop. We're all going to Palm Springs and praying for rocks.
All right. Okay. We'll see you next week, Mr. Scoops.
Okay, bye now. Jesus is the God of all angels.
All right. It's another episode of Mr. Scoops, but before we get started, Ryan Ridley found out some really weird shit about Mr. Scoops. So
Well,
before he comes in here,
Yeah, you guys know me. I'm skeptical. I don't...
Hi there, buddies.
hold on,
The
Mr.
door's
Scoops.
locked.
Mr. Scoops, give us just a second.
Okay.
I'm so creeped out right now.
Okay,
I really
go ahead.
don't
just
even want
hurry
to
up. Hurry up. Tell them what you just told me.
Don't come in.
Hold on.
All right.
God, I don't know where to start. I was watching
The-
the History
okay.
Channel, and they're doing something about the Civil War, and they showed a picture of a bunch of soldiers, a bunch of Confederate soldiers standing around. In the photo, there was a soldier, I swear to God, I know this sounds crazy, looked exactly like Mr. Scoops. Exactly like Mr. Scoops.
Okay, so tell them what you did after you saw that.
Well, I just, at a lark, I just, Googled, and
Hold on, Mr. Scoops.
Okay, righty-tighty.
and I just ended up...
Tell
basically
them about the library. What?
Okay, well, I Googled and I found a bunch of images, and then I decided, fuck it, I'm going to the library because I wanted to, make sure that this wasn't a goof or a Photoshop, and I went through some old archives,
Like old 1920s,
Old. I
like
went
before
back.
Photoshop
Yeah.
even existed.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking 20s, talking 19th century, as far back as these
And
were to go.
essentially, Mr. Scoops was
in
all the ton
I
of
found,
publications.
yeah, I looked up
Photos of him.
I found Mr. Scoops,
and
Seymour Scoops.
He looked exactly the same
Yeah,
as he
I
does to
found
this
Seymour
day.
Scoops in several newspapers, documented in photographs.
We're gonna
yeah, I'm freaked
confront him
out.
about.
I'm
We're
really
gonna
freaked
confront
out, Justin.
Mr. Scoops about it right now. So okay, here let him in, tell him to come in.
Okay, Mr. Scoops, come on in.
Come on in, Mr. Scoops.
Oh, boy. What are you having, a board of directors meeting in there?
Sorry about that, Mr. Scoops. So really quick.
I'm chomping at the bit because I got the scoops.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, Mr. Scoops. You wanna?
I scoop around so you don't have to floop a doop around.
Mr. Scoops, can I ask you a question?
Well, I'm kind of about to do some scoops, but go right ahead.
Mr. Scoops, how old are you?
Well, why do you ask? I've got scoops coming out of my wazoo. Kathy Lee Gifford. She's gonna host the Muppet Show next week.
Hold on. So
We've seen the pictures.
We've seen
Mr.
pictures
Scoops.
of you.
Pictures of Mr. Scoops. I'm all over the place.
No. These
No.
pictures were taken over
I'm
100
on the
years ago.
webinet.
Over 200 years ago.
What's going on, Mr. Scoops?
All right. Okay. The jib's out of the cat. I didn't tell you this, boys, but I'm 2,300 years old. Yes, I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those guys that doesn't die. I don't know why.
the fuck?
It's a pain in the ass, boys.
You must have all kinds of crazy scoops.
Absolutely.
From the
I'm
history.
back on the heroin, by the way. I don't give a shit.
Well, apparently it's fine. Apparently you're some sort of immortal, Mr. Scoops. Can you not die?
I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm Mr. Scoops from time of the JC days all the way up to now.
Yeah, I found a document from Roman times that talked about a Seymourius Scoopus.
Yep, Seymourius Scoopus. Jesus walks on the water. Big deal.
So, Mr. Scoops,
What? The things you've seen, Mr. Scoops.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
Things
seen
you've
it all.
seen.
I've seen it all.
tell
Don't worry
us
about
tell us some scoops about it.
Well, I'd like to tell you about Danny DeVito and what he's doing with his new Le Mans.
Okay.
Okay? Driving around the Michigan Park Circle in Chicago, Danny DeVito was picked up once again for a DUI. Ow, Danny!
I don't even understand how you could care about this trivial. You've seen the world go through so much, Mr.
Well,
Scoops.
I'm telling you.
I do have to sort of side with Mr. Scoops on this one, Ryan, in the sense that, that Danny DeVito scoop was a pretty good scoop.
Absolutely.
I mean, 2,300 years old or not, you can't really compete with a scoop such as heavy as that one.
Who wants to hear about Napoleon? What about Joy Behar?
Yeah, what do you got?
Joy Behar, host of the talk show, is opening up a puppet shop with Kathy Griffin. Hey, good luck with that, kids.
Mr.
Huh.
I mean, Justin, you
Amazing
don't.
scoop.
That's
You
a
don't.
great
You don't
scoop.
want to hear about Napoleon? Did you know Napoleon? Mr.
Napoleon
Scoops?
Schnolian.
I got to be honest with you, Ryan. I was kind
He's dead.
I was kind of curious until he started, bowling me over with some of these amazing scoops. This is like he's back to his old self.
I'm telling you.
And to be honest, if I wanted to hear about Napoleon, I would have paid attention in grade
You
school.
would have read your history books, right,
Yeah.
boys?
All right. So what else you got for us, Mr. Scoops?
Listen, who cares about General Patton? I've got some scoop on Elizabeth Hasselback. She's opening up an ice cream store and bought a rum bun.
Huh?
How
you hear
about
Ryan?
that for a scoop before she picked up her kids?
Mr. Scoop, you were
From the
probably around when ice cream
Dog
was invented.
place. Yes, that was a little bit of a scoop. I hear what you're saying. I'm all over it.
Huh.
Scoops.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying that I don't. Why? How come? How come you care about this
I
stuff?
care
me?
about everything.
No, Mr. Scoops. How does he even?
Well, it's
I've been around for ages.
It's what he
okay?
does.
And I've seen it all. But I must tell you, the present day scoops are the best. I will put Julius Caesar up, not up, any day with the cast of Groupie Boom.
Is that a real thing?
No, I meant Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
I would put Saved by the Bell up any day compared to Julius Caesar.
Okay, the play, you're saying that you'd take Saved by the Bell over the works of Shakespeare, which you probably saw perform live with Shakespeare in the audience any day. Is that what
I
you're-
saw loads of Shakespeare live. Boring.
Wow.
Let's move on. But give me a Saved by the Bell episode, and I'll cream in my pants.
Yeah. See, I mean, he what he's trying to say, Ryan, and I happen to
Yep.
agree. The present day scoops are always the scoopiest.
Pass
Well,
that bag,
Justin,
please.
you've really just gone from being fascinated by this to just...
Well,
I mean-
I'll tell you why. It's because
Scoop.
I was fascinated until I heard the Danny DeVito thing, and then I was like, what could be more fascinating
You're
than?
sucked in, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, he really won me back over with that one. I mean, we haven't heard a scoop like
I
that
won you over.
in weeks.
Yep.
So what else do you have
These
for
are
us?
total bona fide 100% scoops.
Go ahead. What else? What other scoop?
John Ritter is in the news again as he's hosting a bowling tournament in Pismo Beach, Florida.
Incredible.
How about that for scoopage?
That is a scoop and a
Mr.
half.
Mr. Scoops,
Scoopage.
you've watched everyone in your life that you've loved, all your family and friends die. How do you deal with that?
It's quite sad there, Ryan. I don't like to talk about it on
Yeah,
my show.
Jesus, Ryan. I mean,
What a bum city.
yeah. What?
What a turd in the punch bowl you are, Ryan. Well,
God.
yeah, I've
things
seen it.
you've
I've seen it
seen.
all. I've seen Kennedy. I've seen Sonny Bono. I've seen them all die. What do you want? What do you want me to cry? Huh? Is that what you want?
I just want some wisdom, Mr.
I
Scoops.
think Justin is like most of the audience and wants to hear scoops.
Yeah.
I just want something from the ages.
What are you?
It's wisdom, the secret of the universe. It's the meaning of life, Mr. Scoops.
All right, ask me one question and then we'll move on. All right.
What is the meaning of life? Why are we here? You've seen Jesus.
Meaning of
You've been in
life.
ancient
Meaning
Greece.
of life. Meaning of life. Meaning of life. All right, I'll tell you.
Seymour, we gotta get the fuck out of here. I got shit to do.
I'm coming.
My life's not
I've got to go,
important.
boys. Sorry about this. I'll tell you later.
No.
Bye now.
Oh.
This is Seymour Scoops. I've got the scoops, so you don't have to schloopy boop.
Mr. Scoops, help me!
All right.
I'm coming, honey.
God.
All right, now's the time in the show where we interview our celebrity gossip columnist, Mr. Seymour Scoops, for some great celebrity gossip.
I don't know why you keep sticking on this thing, Justin. We just found out last week that Mr. Scoops is 2,300 years old. The man can't die. His presence is woven throughout the history, through every civilization in the history of the
sit here?
world.
I'm sorry. Do I sit here?
Yeah, Mr. Scoops.
All right.
Yeah, you sit. Of course, you sit there. What are you
Hi.
talking about?
I
Hello.
don't know.
I can't. In other words, Justin, can't we change this segment from celebrity gossip
Nice to meet you.
I'm Ryan.
How are
This is
you?
Good, thank you. Nice to see you again.
Wait, what's up with
I
you,
know
Mr.
you, Justin.
Yeah, how are you, Mr. Scoops?
I'm good.
What are you talking about?
I
Nice to
just-
meet you, Ryan. You've known Ryan for a long time.
I have not met this gentleman. He seems a little weird. Kind of paranoid, actually.
I'm not paranoid. I figure if you're an immortal or whatever the hell you
Suppose-
are, we should use that knowledge.
Suppose I'm supposed to do something at this point. Am I supposed to sing or
What's the matter with
Are
you?
you a
What
dance?
are you talking
What the
about,
hell's
Mr.
the matter
Scoops?
with
why do I
Mr.
have these cans on my head?
Mr. Scoops, you're our celebrity gossip
There's a
columnist.
tent. There's a tent in front of my mouth. It's full of webs.
Well, okay,
What?
Get me out of here.
What is his problem, Justin?
I don't know. What's up with you, Mr. Scoops?
Well, here's what I know. I went to the doctor I got hit by a bus.
You got hit by a bus.
Yeah, on Santa Monica and Ventura. Yep, got hit by a
I
bus
don't think
and
those streets intersect.
and when I woke up, I know. And then when I woke up, I couldn't remember barely anything. I remember my wife, my lovely wife. I remember you, Justin.
Huh.
And I remember something to do with this studio, but I don't remember you. Reagan?
Ryan.
Ryan!
So-
Ryan!
Well, wait a minute, Mr. Scoops. I mean, it sounds like you have a case.
Why
of,
do I yell all the time?
So-
I don't understand that.
You have a case of selective amnesia.
So
Do you remember
I
that
think
you're?
that's what the doctor said. Selective amnesia. I just need time, and then I can remember everything.
Do you remember the fact that you're 2,300 years old?
That's silly. You're talking like a crazy Willy Wonk. I'm a
Mr.
man.
Scoops, we just found out that we have access to the wisdom of the ages, and now you got hit by a bus and you can't remember anything?
Why don't you talk to somebody like Larry King? He'll tell you something. I don't know. I'm a young man. I'm spry and full of wickets.
How old do you think you are?
28.
Well, how long before your memory comes back completely?
I don't know. The doctor said it could be anywhere from 2 months to 17 years.
Oh, boy.
I know.
Oh, great. So I'm guessing, what's on
I
your
have to eat a
copy?
lot of soup.
Well, listen, I know Ryan's all concerned about,
Sorry.
the whole history of your life,
well,
but I'm more concerned with, I'm curious to know if you're still on top of the current scoops like you were before this accident.
Yeah,
So
let's see what this says.
let's see what your
Apparently, I
scoops...
wrote this down just before I got hit.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Okay. And I'm reading this. Sorry, I don't really know what my normal deal is. So I don't know exactly how I deliver
Whatever
this.
you think.
Hi, this is Mr. Scoop delivering the poop so you don't have to snoop.
Huh, okay.
Yeah?
A little...
Is that what I do?
Close enough.
Close.
Okay. Sherman Helmsley, the star of the Jeffersons, is opening his own lupus foundation. Hey, congrats to you, Sherman. You and what army? That's a great
That's a
scoop.
great scoop.
You snap back into it pretty quick.
I guess I did.
Well, it probably comes naturally to him. I mean, that was a fantastic...
I'm starting to feel like I belong here.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, great. That is, you're back to normal, Mr. Scoop, but that's not what I
Sherman
want.
Helmsley.
Yeah, no, I mean,
All right, next
I
scoop.
don't know why,
I
but I just
wanted-
wanted to say that.
Let's get another scoop out.
I just
Yeah.
want to know what
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
ancient Rome was like. That's all
Ancient Rome.
All right,
all I
number
care about.
Mr. Scoop.
Foam.
Let's hear it.
Jake Gyllenhaal is in love with his sister. Who would have thought that they were canoodling at Martin's Lane in Caution Village?
This is
That's
That is-
wonderful.
Oh my
So
God,
that's great.
That's
This
one of
is-
those scoops that TMZ wishes.
I don't even
They
know
had
that guy,
found-
and I thought that was a scoop.
That was a hell of a scoop.
this is so disappointing.
That could
man in love with
actually
sister.
injure his career. That scoop.
You think?
Oh God, of course.
Incest
I'm
is
not
best
even
with
upset-
Jake Gyllenhaal.
I'm not even upset about how retarded the scoops are at this point. It's just the fact that this is all he remembers.
I don't like this
well, thank
guy.
God it's this
I never
and
did
not
like
the
this
other
guy,
thing.
did I?
Go ahead, Mr. Scoops. Another scoop.
Who is this guy?
Who knows? Let's hit another scoop.
Okay. You've all seen One Day at a Time. Well, the janitor, Pat McCartney, is at it again. He's goosed another man on the trampoline. That's a great scoop.
That is. Oh my God!
Yeah,
You're giving
what
me
is that?
chills. You just gave me chills with that
I,
one.
I don't even know what
Oh,
I'm saying
boy.
half the time.
Oh my
And,
God!
and this seems like huge scoop.
Can you believe that?
The man was around during the Revolutionary War, and all he remembers is Pat McCartney.
I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah. Well, don't worry.
What's
Don't
this
be upset.
war?
But don't let it upset you, Mr. Scoops.
No.
It's certainly cold comfort that the old Mr. Scoops is back, because
Yeah.
ever since we found out that he's immortal, I gotta be honest, Mr. Scoops, all I care about is
Now, if I could just ask a question. Justin, did I like this guy when I was not having
No.
amnesia?
No.
Yeah, well, I kind of feel the same way now.
Yeah, you didn't like him
I
at
don't
all.
quite like the way you deliver those lines.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Scoops, you've seen so much. You've experienced so much in the world, and all you can talk about is your cockamamie, convoluted, fakakta gossip stories. It's
Don't let him talk to you that way.
You're,
Mr.
you're a
I
national
know.
you're a national treasure, Mr. Scoops, and you don't even realize
Don't
it.
let him
All
talk
I
to you
know
like
is
that.
I came here in the taxi with a catheter and a colostomy bag.
Yeah, you're like Flowers of Algernon, or whatever that play is.
All right.
You were this.
Okay.
This guy's talking
I
nonsense.
don't even know what he means. All right. So, okay, everybody, that was. We'll be back next week with another
But this guy needs to be in the funny farm.
celebrity scoops.
Mr. Scoopy.
All right, it's time in the show for another segment of celebrity gossip explosion news from our resident, incredible celebrity gossip columnist, Mr. Seymour Scoops.
Boy, am I happy, fellas. Get me some happy juice, because I'm on top of the morning.
What's going on, Mr. Scoops?
Well, every day I'm remembering more and more things.
Oh, that's
Do
great.
you
Yeah,
remember
because
how old you are?
Well, not really.
well,
I
let's-
remember I'm old.
Well, let's just fill our
I
audience in
remember
really quick.
orange juice tastes good.
Mr. Scoops, we found out that he's actually 2,300 years old, and then we were going to get into sort of some crazy information about his past, and then he had a horrible amnesia accident.
I got run over by a bus.
Yeah. And so but now you're
I
remembering.
wouldn't call it an amnesia accident.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I guess not. But so now you remember what's happening, huh? You remember
Well,
everything?
I kind of remember that Star Wars was fairly popular.
Okay, yeah.
And are you with the wife? Not with the wife?
I remember this. Yes, I remember my wife. We canoodled the other day
Oh.
Okay.
in Schwab's soda fountain.
Oh, okay, good. That's
Yeah.
great.
I don't know where that is. That a place?
That's a place over
It's
where
very
by where
famous place.
by where
Yeah?
they live. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Movie stars.
Are you on the heroin or off the heroin?
I'm
or-
on the heroin.
On the
I don't
heroin?
find any problem with that.
Okay. And are you still going to Pastor Gary?
Pastor Gary is kind of on my outs, you know.
Oh.
He
Okay.
told me you don't have to bring the white horse in here and don't put it on the communion plate.
Yeah.
I kind of disagreed.
Is there communion
Oh,
in
boy.
Presbyterian church?
I don't know. They were passing out something.
I think that was the collection basket.
Oh, that's right. I ate a quarter then. I don't understand.
Well, it's a good thing you got out of there, Mr. Scoops. It sounded
Holy
like a
shit lumps.
toxic
So
environment.
basically,
Great.
we're back to square one, Mr. Scoops. Then.
Back to square
you all right?
one?
You all right, Ryan?
This is a reboot.
Okay. Well, let's hear it.
Scoop.
If we got any
I
scoops.
am Seymour Scoop, the mayor of Scoop Village. Let's all start now. Rock Hudson, AIDS victim, is now a president of a major ball corporation. Yeah, they make balls, rubber balls everywhere. How about that for Scoop?
Like Wilson? Is it like Wilson? No?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
Rubber spongy balls that kids throw around.
Oh,
and-
Nerf maybe.
Yeah,
Or
possibly.
one of those types. Okay.
I didn't get the
That's
details.
a really great scoop.
Rock Hudson
AIDS victim.
started this company
Yeah.
currently.
I've got something that he's the president.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
CEO.
pretty
That's-
mighty scoop. All right.
Considering he's been dead.
Next scoop.
for
Ryan,
25
please.
years.
Paul Reiser
Being-
and Bonnie Hunt are on the outs again. Who would have thunk? One of them has leukemia, but nobody's saying who.
Wow,
That's pretty good.
That is just mind-blowing
Bonnie Hunt and Paul Reiser are a couple.
Back together
But
again.
they were. I
Yeah.
didn't realize they were ever even together.
These are scoops you don't know about.
scoop. Yeah, they are. They are. I mean,
I'm
you
on
heard
a
it here.
roll,
You
aren't I,
heard it here
Justin?
first.
So,
Yeah, you
yep.
never been better, Mr. Scoops.
How do
Oh,
we-
thank you.
All right. So
I mean, you're batting them right out of the park.
one
right
of
now.
them has leukemia.
One of them. Who knows who? I'll announce it on the next show.
Pretty great scoop, huh, Ryan?
Well, if we knew who had leukemia.
I believe it's curable. All right. Mariel Hemingway, star of Star 80, is back in the movies again as they try to do a remake, Star 10. How about that one, fellas?
So
Amazing.
Well, the thing.
I mean,
yeah,
It goes backwards, but it's actually forwards.
I'm at a
Yeah.
loss for words. I mean, that.
But-
Yep,
God,
that's
what
a
a
great
scoop.
scoop.
But
What a
It's
scoop,
kind of fallen over, aren't you,
Mr.
Justin?
Scoops.
in
I mean,
Star 80, I believe she played a Playboy bunny who was killed and
Yep.
decapitated by her boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
So who is she playing in this update?
Oh, by the way, hang on one second. Hewlett Packard printers. What was that?
What did you just do there?
Nothing.
wow, that's.
Are you?
It's in the script here.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
had to mention that.
Are you being paid by Hewlett Packard
No,
printers?
sorry, Bobby. Hewlett Packard's the finest printers in the land aren't paying me anything.
Well, that sounds like a plug, Mr. Scoops.
Well, you know what? I just want to say
Try
that
our
you know
color versions.
if he's got
What?
You're reading a press release.
Bronson Pinchot is
Okay.
gay again. Who would have thunk? He's enrolling in the Metropolitan Ballet.
Who is Mariel Hemingway playing in Star 10? Herself? The character was killed in the first one, Star 80.
It's a comeback time for Mariel Hemingway.
Ryan, you know, why don't you back off of Mr. Scoops? I mean, why don't you just quit beating around the bush and just quit being so passive aggressive? And why don't you just say what you mean? You don't believe his scoops again.
Who made you captain of the grumpy army?
Yeah, you why don't you just quit being passive aggressive and just tell him what you're thinking?
Out with it, buddy.
I've-
That's what we did in the war.
Which war?
War of Peloponnesian. Why did I say that?
Oh my God.
coming back.
He's
Oh.
remembering. He's remembering the Peloponnesian War.
Wow.
Oh.
What was it
I
like?
remember a lot of long oars, a lot
Yes!
of
Yes!
arrows with
Yes!
fire on them.
Yeah, oh my God, Mr. Scoops.
And then I remember
Yes!
Tim Allen starting his own marshmallow truck. Yes, who would have believed it? A truck made out of marshmallows.
Oh.
Holy hole in a donut.
You were so close.
Thank God. Whew. You were putting me to sleep with the fiery oars and the.
Yeah, that was a little
No.
bummy.
Thank God it.
No, Justin.
With that amazing Tim Allen scoop.
Yeah, that was really hot, wasn't it, Justin?
I mean, I got hot. I got like a hot
Yep.
flush. It was so good. I mean, it just
hot.
such a good scoop.
Hot
I mean,
off the press.
You know, it's funny, Mr. Scoops. I sometimes wonder, like, why you must. You must be getting offers from like TMZ and the Inquirer
ZMD
every day,
and
right?
DVD.
Yeah.
DDT.
Oh man.
I'm getting offers out my anal soul. What's that mean? I don't know. Hey, what about that Bill O'Reilly? He's running for president. Of his mouth.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
That's just a
That's a
commentary.
scoop.
It's
It's a
just
good
a
one.
snide remark.
That's my little scoop.
That's not
No, it's not a scoop. I mean, he's running for president. I mean,
of his mouth.
Yep.
That's like a
Well,
that's
I mean,
rhetoric
It doesn't change the fact that he's running for president. Now, does
of
it?
his mouth.
So what?
J-Lo and
Who
Ben
else is running for
Affleck.
Who else is running against him?
Wait, hold on. What's that, Mr. Scoop?
J-Lo and Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Spotted on the golf course 3 years ago. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Why are you
what a
laughing at
scoop.
that, Mr. Scoops?
I just thought, hey, that's fun. I love golf.
You realized you became aware of how dated that was, right?
No, I didn't. I'm still saying scoop, scoop, scoop. And I'll stand by my scoops. I'm back. If you ever thought I wasn't back, I am.
He's back.
Better than ever.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, Mr. Scoops. I gotta say, now that you're back, I really missed you.
Yeah. Do you
Let's
have anything,
high five.
High five, Mr. Scoops.
Nice one.
Yeah, up
Top
top.
gun.
anything
Yeah.
else you want to tell us about Hewlett-Packard printers?
Well, I'm telling you,
Official
anytime you
scanners?
go by Hewlett-Packard, you're sure to be on Easy Street. Let's take it from me. Scoop.
That's right. All right. Well, that was another episode of Mr. Scoops.
Brought to you by Hewlett-Packard.
Back in the swing of things. Back in the saddle.
So
Back in
close.
black.
He was so close to remembering.
So,
his-
so great, Mr. Scoops. Thanks for coming by.
Hewlett-Packard.
We got a lot of great scoops
Just
this time.
Thanks, everybody.
Focus on that Peloponnesian War.
And,
thing.
I'm back.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll see you next week, Mr. Scoops.
Thanks, guys. Hewlett-Packard.
All right, everybody. Now is the time in the show where we would be having our celebrity gossip columnist, Mr. Scoops, in to dish out all the Hollywood dirt. But I got a voicemail from him the other day, and it sounds like he's going to be away for a little while. Ryan, I guess I should just play the voicemail?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here it is.
First message.
Hello, Justin. Justin, it's Mr. Scoop. I couldn't go in. I couldn't come in today because I got a cold. So I'm reporting to you live from underneath the Hollywood sign. I'm recuperating. All right, everybody, let's get right into the scoopage so you don't have to slip on the poopage. All right, Lady Gaga's in the news, not only for wearing that neat dress, but she was seen just yesterday with some fishnet stockings. They were actual fishnets. Hey, how about that? Hey, the governor's race is really heating up, and so are my undershorts. Yes, Justin, I have to be honest with you. I'm lying. I'm not in Hollywood. I'm in South America. I'm near the Amazon here. It seemed like my wife was after me for alimony payments that Mr. Scoops just couldn't pay. And
End of message.
All right, so that's it. That's basically it.
It's sad.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he'll come
It's
back at some
really,
point.
really sad.
Yeah. All right. Well,
It's a shame.
all right. Well, that was
no more Mr. Scoops.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he'll come back. That was the Mr.
no,
Scoops.
it sounded pretty definitive.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I got a twinge of hope out of it.
All right, well,
All right. Well, that was this week's Mr.
try not
Scoops.
to nurture that.
Okay. Next segment.
Come.
All right, everybody. Special treat here on the Grandma's Virginity podcast. Our resident celebrity gossip columnist, Mr. Scoops, is back.
Ahoy! Senoritas and senoras! Arriba!
Finally.
Yay!
Hey.
Lost in South America. What?
Como estamos, boys?
Wait, did you learn Spanish, Mr. Scoops?
Si, senor.
It's yes, sir, I believe.
Yes, indeed. You are a pretty fast learner.
So, Mr. Scoops,
Mr. Scoops is back.
You're back, and
Senor Scoops.
we've been sort of left in the lurch here. We got
I'm sorry about that.
We got a cryptic voicemail that sort of cut off in the middle. Didn't really get the answers we wanted about.
Yeah.
I was having some problems. If Mr. Scoop is to get personal,
Please.
having a few problems with my wife, and
Wow.
I went to LAX just like Deepak Chopra says.
Yeah.
Did he write a travel guide or something?
No, I think it was in the taxi on the way there. But
Was he on the radio or?
Hey,
it was a book on tape.
Cut him a break, Ryan. I mean,
I
is
know.
this a witch?
I'm
witch
trying
hunt?
to-
It's not, Justin. You always say it's a witch hunt. I'm just trying to
He's-
get clarification.
he's
Trying to be Spalding Gray here.
Let
Monologist?
Yeah.
So
well, Justin, he's a monologist doing a one-man show, apparently.
Mr. Scoops,
I had monology in the war.
Tell us what happened on your trip. I mean,
All right.
I'm
Sounds
so
like
excited
Justin-
to hear
yeah,
it.
Well, the first plane I wanted to take.
Yeah.
That was going international. And you know where it was?
Where?
To Lima.
Oh,
Lima,
wow.
Over
Peru.
the Lima bean.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
All right. Well, that sounds
So
fun.
what
I've never been to
happened
South
there?
America.
La 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 Lima.
Oh, wow.
Mr.
Listen to
Scoopico
that.
de
Hey,
Lima.
I'm-
Oh, my God,
La
I feel
la
like-
Lima.
You know,
Yeah.
Justin, I've traveled a bit around the
Arriba.
world. You never have, so I'm interested in hearing about other cultures and
Oh, really?
experiences.
Hey, guys,
and,
break
yeah.
it up.
Tell me, so what, Mr. Scoops?
Well, I immediately got off the plane and bought myself a taco. Those Lehman tacos. Amazing,
Wow.
amazing.
That's-
Eating all the time.
That's
Yep.
oh my
I didn't know they had
goodness. I'm just-
tacos in South
Oh,
America. and
boy,
Peru.
you need to travel more, like Mr.
Wow.
Scoops.
Uh-huh.
Then I got off the plane and hired a burro.
Whoa!
yeah,
a
it's
real.
a donkey.
It's a donkey,
A
but
real
who
burro?
burrows like a beaver.
Oh my God!
You wouldn't believe all of the
Oh,
things that we did.
This is so neat.
Where did you live when you were in Peru?
I lived in Robarino.
Oh
Is that
God!
a-
I've heard about Robarino.
Yeah, Robarino.
I've heard about
What
that
is
place.
that? Is that a village or is
I'm
that a?
Ridley Robarino.
I've heard about that. That's a great
Wait
place.
a minute. It's
It's like a small little coastal village.
Little coastal
it sounds
village.
like John Travolta's character from Welcome Back, Kotter.
Well, you decide.
Hey, are
which
you-
one came first?
Are you insinuating that he made the place up?
Their main
Because
food
I
there
mean, Brian, would you give the guy a break?
in Robarino, the
Jesus
main
Christ.
foods are fish and pizza pies.
Oh, that sounds delicious, Mr.
Yeah.
Scoops. So,
You betcha.
Mr. Scoops, this whole thing, it just
They
sounds
make,
like.
Lumpy.
they make pizza pies in a small village in Peru.
Yeah.
What? Why would you ask that? Why would you say it that way?
El Mistico Pizza.
I don't know. It just it's curious. I didn't know they
Yeah,
made
right.
pizza pie.
I know that
and-
tone.
Curiosity killed the gringo.
That's right. So, Mr. Scoops,
All right.
what sort of do you have any scoops?
Oh.
Any scoops, celebrity scoops for
Let
us?
me tell you.
Yeah.
Felice Corste, the famous matador,
Yeah.
fell over and hit his head.
I know.
Well,
I know about Felice Gorste.
yeah, he's a
Oh,
great one.
It's amazing.
Having an affair with no other than Sylvia Barsarelli.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm not. I think of myself as a worldly guy, but I'm just not
Yeah.
familiar who these
Well,
people are.
Ryan,
they-
jeez. What
they
is it?
are huge in Lima.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you.
What's the woman's
on the
name
Machu
again?
Picchu Trail.
What's the woman's name again?
Sylvia Bajareluz.
Wow.
Okay, and
what did she do?
Yeah, what is she known for?
She's known for selling wombs.
Whoa! Wow.
Wombs? Like
Wombs.
a woman's
Yeah.
reproductive system?
What do you think
Clay.
about that?
Well,
Claymation.
That's
of,
amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She puts them in a kiln.
Are you trying to say she makes wombs out of clay and then
Whoa,
sells them?
yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Scoops. Forgive me. I'm curious.
be
I want to
sorry.
know.
Ryan, it's human biology. It's
Yeah, it's a womb.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to understand. Now, is the womb is the fetus, the embryo
Yes.
fertilized in the womb
tubes,
in the clay?
everything.
Okay. there's
Are you
tubes
implying that
involved?
he's making this up?
All made of clay.
Okay, so is this something where it's out on the streets of Peru and
It's everywhere.
there's maybe
you can buy them in a store. In a
how does it
taco
work?
stand.
How does it work? How do the babies?
Baby. You put the stand on the mantle and you pray like heck to get a kid. And everybody gets kids.
What's the problem,
Wait a
Ryan?
minute.
That's why there are too many Peruvians.
So
Yeah,
okay.
Ryan, it's human biology.
This sounds
They
like
need to send more
this
to
sounds
Bolivia.
sounds like magic, Justin. I don't know if you understand what he's
Listen,
saying.
Magic
But
listen.
womb.
So-
Just
Magic-
because you've
is there-
never
is
been
there-
outside of the United States
Well-
doesn't mean that, other cultures are magic. It's just
I
different.
do recommend magical Peru.
okay.
Yeah.
Is there semen or a woman's?
I'm not in the
egg?
Navy, Ryan.
Okay,
Hello.
Is there genetic material in these clay wombs?
Clay womb.
Mr. Scoops, I
Well,
believe you. I
thank
believe
you.
I believe what you're saying.
I just,
I just want to
it's
give you a little
important.
hold on,
support.
Mr. Scoops.
I'm going to give you some support.
I've got credibility.
Can I ask
That's
you
right.
this?
Andy
You've
Rudy
never-
likes me.
Never led me astray
How
before.
long is
Yeah.
how long is the gestation period for one of these magical Peruvian babies?
I bet you 4 weeks.
You bet me 4 weeks.
I mean,
Yeah, what does he look like? A scientist? He's just
I'm just reporting
he's
the news.
just reporting it.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Justin.
You're
So,
welcome.
So okay,
Mr.
I
Scoops.
Is there any
just for
room
clarity,
available at your place?
just for
There might be.
Oh, great.
Oh, Mr. Scoops, you don't have a place to live?
I don't know
Again?
where I am.
Okay.
I'm still off a mescaline high.
Just for clarity's sake, I just
Yes?
gotta know this.
Who's she?
Because maybe I want a baby, and maybe this sounds
Whoa!
like a pretty
This is a scoop right
So
here.
you get one of
What
these
is it?
clay wombs.
Scoop it.
You put it in a
Scoop it up.
mantle.
Ryan
you put
wants
it in a mantle.
baby.
No,
now,
no,
he's willing to rape Justin.
no,
That is one.
no sperm
Major
necessary.
scoop.
Write it down.
No sperm necessary. No egg necessary. You just buy a Peruvian clay womb. You
you
put it
buy
in a
the
mantle,
womb.
and then you pray,
Batteries not included.
and then you just pray.
pray.
Pray
That's
for a baby.
why we pray. You know the MC Hammer song.
Oh my
and
God,
And
that's-
at some
That's
point,
out
a,
on the streets
Yeah.
now.
and at some point, a baby fetus embryo just begins to form in the clay pot.
Well, yeah, and
Yeah,
drops out.
what? Get to the point.
Come
What's
on.
what's the problem? If you got a
You
problem
never
with
heard
it,
of
then
the clay
what is
baby
it?
womb?
What's the problem?
The problem is,
Gosh.
Yeah,
what? a
what?
welcoming I'm
What's the
having.
problem with what he's saying? What's the problem?
Well,
What is
Justin,
the
and
problemo?
it just seems a little absurd.
Oh,
that's-
really?
And I believe that's an understatement.
Okay, well, you know what? That's your opinion.
Did you bring back one
How
of these
can
clay
you
wombs?
not? I can't put those through customs.
Yeah.
That's crazy
Yeah.
house time.
Okay,
you might
you know
as well
what?
be Randy Quaid.
You know what? Fine.
what?
Mr. Scoops, you know what? You're right. I don't know about these foreign cultures.
It's
I don't know
about
how it
I'm
works.
time.
trying to educate
Yeah, I
ya,
don't know how it
Ryan.
works.
I don't know what your budget's like, Justin, but I could go out to other countries as well.
Huh. Well, we'll have to talk
Oh,
about that.
you're pitching us a
Mescaline.
travel, little
Well,
Mr.
not
Scoops
a
travel
little-
log.
little
We'll have to
Scoops
talk about
pick.
that
Like a
another-
Rick Steves, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have to
okay.
talk about that another time.
Who was caught with Gwyneth Paltrow's boot socks?
Who?
Who was?
Who?
That guy
Rick
you just
Steves?
said. Yeah.
So you just took what I just said
Huh.
and just...
Yeah,
I'm supposed to
well,
believe
I've
that's
got-
a real
I'm-
scoop.
I'm working on my scoops.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're just... I mean, I could say anything. Groucho Marx.
Was caught with Desiree Thomas.
That's actually really incredible
weeks
because
ago.
that's true.
So
These are
this
true
is a-
things he's saying.
Yep.
I'm just
No,
saying...
they're not. It's real.
It's real.
It's
and
real,
it's scoops.
Ryan. All right, that's
Carl
it.
Friedman.
I'm not going to
Was
stand by and let
hanging
you.
around with
treat my
John
friend-
C. Riley.
I'm not going to stand
I just
by.
made that name up, and he just
Listen
made
to
it.
me. You're being mean to him, and I'm not going to stand for it.
Justin, don't you see what's happening? I'm just
All
saying
All right,
name.
Justin.
that's it.
Okay.
This episode of Mr. Scoops is going to come to a close. I think you need to take a. You need to
Let's
cool
all
out.
chill
Fats-
out.
Ryan.
Fats Waller.
Take a mess. Was caught with Lucille Ball.
Do you see what I'm doing?
juggling
You
inside
need
a cherry.
I just say a name.
And then he has an
Yeah.
actual
I
truthful
have
story about him
I
because
got a mind for scoops.
he has 100 billion scoops. You need to take a relax. You need to fucking back off of him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
a bowl of
All right.
grapes.
Was caught with Toady Fields
Justin,
inside a skull.
do you see what's happening?
That's true though.
Yeah,
It's not
it's totally
true.
true.
I just said
Go
this.
to your local library, get one of those micro flat
Huge. Huge.
and look it up.
Scoop spends a long time in the library.
All right.
Boron.
Okay,
Boron.
Mr. Scoop.
Boron, the element of fame, as it's caught with Anderson Cooper inside a stall.
Okay. Well,
Amazing.
There you go.
All right, everybody, it's that time in the show for our resident celebrity gossip columnist, Mr. Seymour Scoops, with some celebrity scoop.
Hey, everybody.
All right.
Seymour Scoops here. If
Yeah.
you've got a scoop, I've already scooped ya.
Yeah, you're
So,
back, banged up.
Been here for
I've
a
cleaned
little while.
myself. Look at my ears.
Have you reacclimated back to life in the
you have
Los
some-
Angeles area,
Yeah.
Hollywood?
If you mean gotten used to the smell, maybe never.
Oh, Mr.
Nice.
Scoops,
That's
as
a
I
good
could see.
joke.
Yeah, no, he's got it. He's got it back.
Scoops
got it back.
it.
Yeah.
So let's just get
Watch
right into
out,
it.
TMZ bullpen.
Yeah, that's right. Let's
Yeah.
Mr. Scoops, do you have a bullpen?
I wish I had a bullpen, 'cause it's just Mr. Scoops in town.
Oh wow, that's
So you
You
had.
can put music
That's the
behind
new
that
slogan,
later.
I
So
bet.
you have that at your disposal when everyone
I
asks
get
you about
you know what?
employees.
You're my bullpen. Because you
Oh,
know what?
Mr. Scoops, that's so sweet of you.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that was a compliment.
I get news.
Oh, yeah.
I get results,
course.
and I get feedback from my two best buddies.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're his bullpen, just like you're my wall to lean on or whatever.
Hey,
You're my rock.
Guess
That
what,
whole thing.
bullpen? Mark Ruffalo was spotted at a Yoplait stand 2 weeks ago. Who would have thunk that Mark's going for the yo-yos?
Yeah. Oh
Hey,
my God.
Great scoop there.
That is-
great, wonderful.
Oh my
Academy
God.
Award.
There you go.
that-
Woo! What?
who else
right out of the
scooped that?
gate.
No one.
What other great scoops do
So
you have?
Mark
for us?
Ruffalo
Yep.
was at a Yo
Academy
a-
Awards.
Wait, did you say Yoplait?
Yoplait stand.
Yo, do they have stands?
Ooh, betch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They have stands.
Yep.
I've seen them.
Really? You have?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
You know,
where,
like malls.
Where have you seen them?
Universal City Walk.
Really? Just
Yeah.
like Yoplait yogurts?
Yep.
Universal,
Yeah.
home of the shark.
And they
That's
just
right.
have a cooler full of their
In
yogurt?
fact, me and
In
Mr.
fact-
Scoops ate at one
Really?
last week.
What
or
kind of
last
yogurt?
during the week.
What kind
yeah.
of yogurt did you
Wednesday, I
have?
believe.
What kind of yogurt? What flavor?
Just strawberry.
But you know what?
Strawberry.
I don't
Yeah.
know the flavor, but I don't know who was there. Tony Danza.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
he was
really?
there.
With
Yeah.
his young daughter, Sorry.
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 That's right.
Sounds a lot like.
You win.
Now, are you sure you weren't thinking of Tom Cruise's daughter?
Good friends. That's how they got the name.
Awesome. So what
Yeah.
else? So Mr.
All right,
Scoops,
well-
what other great scoops do you have? I mean, this is an exciting
All right.
week. For,
Well,
well,
you know,
what other
Justin-
scoops? Not let's drop the great.
It's funny. Today, this week, lots of animation celebrities
whoa.
in the news.
You know I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All
Justin-
right,
right up my
Justin.
alley.
Justin's an animation celebrity.
I didn't know.
yeah, this is right up my alley.
Frank Oz, legendary puppeteer,
Yeah.
was found with a Yoplait yogurt on the streets.
Another Yoplait story.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Scoops,
Funny
That's
That-
amazing.
are you sure you couldn't just read
I
your
can't
own writing?
believe- I can't believe
kinda
it.
just went-
I can't believe that Frank Oz was at the
I
same
know.
place
You
where
know,
we were.
It must be a popular
Are
Yoplait
you being,
stand.
are you being paid by Yoplait?
Oh,
No.
such a huge fan. I
No,
wish we had
but-
gone that same day he was there, Mr. Scoops.
Can you, by the way, change my name to Mr. Yoplait Scoops?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
All righty.
Wait a minute.
If- I mean,
Mr. Scoops. No,
And Mr.
Mr.
Scoop,
Yoplait Scoops to you.
Mr. Yoplait Scoops, I'd like to say,
Do you want
you've
a
earned
Yoplait?
it. You've earned the ability to
because
change.
Hey.
you've earned the money that Yoplait.
No
paid you.
way. I just love it. Hey, listen, I brought this freezer. You guys want some Yoplait?
Yeah. Oh my
Come
god.
on.
Whoa! He's got
Hey
a whole
there.
freezer full of.
Here you
Oh my
go.
god! Give me some of that.
Come
oh
on,
my
Ryan.
Delicious.
Down
oh.
this stuff. Here you go, Chuck. He's
Oh
on
my
the-
god.
Well,
Oh.
this is the weird thing is that
Vanilla.
It's not. It's not frozen
frozen.
yogurt, but it's just regular Yoplait yogurt frozen rock solid.
It's totally
Yeah,
rock.
but it's so
Yeah.
good. You sort of pee. You sort of take this
You
spoon and
pee
just dig
on it.
into it.
That's not how you eat yogurt.
Yes.
I love it this way.
Eat
That's-
up, boys. There's more where that came from.
So,
Can
Mr.
I
Scoops,
I just want to point out one thing. You said that this is an animation story, and then
You betcha.
Frank, Muppets are not animated.
hey,
Oh.
hey,
Not animated.
easy.
Hey
Take
there.
it easy.
What do you mean easy?
Well, I'm
easy?
just saying,
Listen.
it doesn't take away from the great scoop he just laid down.
Well,
Mr.
Yeah,
Scoops,
if
what
you
else do
were,
you got
if
for
you
us?
were around Mae West, you'd say those are too big to be boobs.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Oh,
there.
you're saying that's the kind of person I am?
Yeah. It's right in front of your face.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I don't see
Animators
the
of Jim
forest
Henson.
for the trees. Okay.
So what else you got, Mr. Scoop?
Further news.
Yep.
Famous video game guy Bill Watterson was spotted eating a cheese ball right near a Yoplait stand on La
Oh my
Cienega.
God! Gee, he is such a recluse. Like
Yeah,
he was in L.A. like eating a cheese ball. That's incredible.
no, but he replicated his house and had it moved.
So Bill Watterson, the
Yeah.
creator. Was there a Calvin and
Whoa.
Hobbes video game I wasn't aware of? Is that what you said, video game guy?
Yes. Well, he was bored with a cartoon and moved to video.
Yeah,
Mr.
that's what I heard
don't
too.
mean to
Yeah,
be-
I heard
don't
that
mean
too.
To be rude, but are all your
You are.
scoops are all your scoops essentially about people being seen eating things from now on?
No
or-
way.
No.
No way. I've
Do you
got
have
more
anything-
scoops.
Hey, listen. If that's what happened, then that's what the scoops are going to be.
I mean, the last time I did watch TMZ,
You imply that he's making these things
Listen
up.
here. I've got more where that came
Yeah.
from.
What else do
Okay.
you have, Mr. Scoop?
Charles Schultz, the legendary cartoonist of Peanuts,
Yeah.
was found at a Pop Fruit Yoplait. Pop Fruit. It's got all the icings, but none of the fruit.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. This is a different kind of Yoplait stand?
It's not the normal Yoplait stand. That's why it's a real
it's-
scoop.
It's
Okay.
funny. Like I
So-
love the Peanut. I love the
Yeah.
comic strip, the
Yeah,
Peanuts.
it's a shame
Peppermint
that Charles
Yoplait patty.
So any
Schultz passed away about
any-
10 years ago.
Any
is
story
a
about
rock.
that, I'm in. I'm
That
all ears.
Chuck
So-
he
was-
moves around.
Yeah, his reanimated corpse? Or,
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Charles Schultz, the reanimator. Peanuts, peanuts,
Well, wait a minute.
peanuts.
The reanimator was the one who reanimated the corpses.
Right.
So,
Well,
Yes.
Okay. Well, what else do you have, Mr.
Well,
Scoops?
let
It sounds
me
like
tell you.
you're on a roll today, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, these are some of the best scoops
I know.
I've ever heard.
Tell me about it. James Blunt.
Yeah.
You've
Ooh.
heard him.
he's
Yeah,
alive.
Had a bad
That's a
day.
good start. He's at it. Yeah.
Actually,
had a bad day, yeah.
Had a great day.
Yeah.
Because he went to Yoplait on La Sepulveda Canyon Road and Harper Avenue.
That's the new. That's the new
the
one.
newest Yoplait
Yeah, they
stand.
just put that
Come
one
get
up.
your Yoplait. You won't be disappointed today.
The Trix flavored Yoplait they serve at that particular
Oh.
location is delicious.
He had a Yomay. He had a Yoplait. Yum yum hey.
Is that a commercial jingle that he
No
recorded?
way.
No.
That's just a little thing that came out of him when he ate.
That is gold. That's money in the bank right
Mr.
there.
Scoops, do you have any
Oh,
scoops
boy.
that don't involve Yoplait or just general eating?
Lindsay Lohan stole a necklace, but who cares?
No, that sounds actually pretty good.
On her way down to the jail station, she stopped at a fructose blueberry house Yoplait stand.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Amazing. Those are the ones. Those are sort of off the
Those
beaten path.
move around like
Yeah,
those
yeah.
Korean trucks.
Yes. Yeah. Those are hard to find. So she lucked out.
Yeah, and you know what? She talked to none other than James Franco
Ooh.
over a swirly banana Yoplait stain.
It's a stain.
Yeah, they love to grow the stains. You grow the
That's-
stains at the Yoplait stand and then eat them.
It's funny how the Yoplait
Pure
the
polio.
stands are sort of branching out to these other sort of things. It's really neat. It's
Jesse,
sort of a one-stop shop for
It's
delicious
for
treats,
everything.
growing thing.
Vaccinations.
Hobbies.
Can you pull up something on the internet, just like maybe a picture of one of these stands or something? I'm just
Listen,
I've
Ryan,
never
what-
seen
I-
these
how are we
that's
doing
very
for
rude.
time,
We're right. Yeah,
Justin?
we're right in the middle
We
of a
might
Mr.
be ending the show here,
Yeah.
Ryan. We might
Yeah.
have to do
right
that
in the
later.
middle of a Mr. Scoops interview. You want me to get on the
I
internet
just
and
wasn't
ignore
aware,
our guests?
I
and
just
be
wasn't
rude?
aware that Yoplait had so many
Mr.
stands.
Well, now
but,
you are. Now you are aware of it. Why are you being so? What's the problem here?
He's got some problems.
Has he not at this point? Earned a little bit of respect from you?
No.
Respect, bro.
All right. Well, Mr. Scoops, I want to say
Yes.
this was an incredible segment.
Thank you, Justin, and it's right up your alley.
Yeah, I love Yoplait's
Animation Yoplait.
yogurts, and I just loved every scoop you had for us today. And I wouldn't be one bit surprised if we tomorrow morning wake up and grab the
Yoplait
morning newspaper and
is
boom, all
yeah.
these are going to be in there because
Yoplait wins $1 million.
these are fucking scooped.
Yeah.
First time you heard them.
Hey.
Just an article about all the celebrities that are eating at all the various Yoplait stands around the city.
Sure.
Boys, have some more
Sounds
Yoplait.
compelling.
I hope you pass them out to the audience.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Yo Play Stand opening up at Sweetser Avenue and Pomegranate Lane.
Are you going to be doing an appearance there?
I might be giving you the latest scoops.
Well, I think Ryan and I will be there.
Yeah,
I'd love to go. I'd love to go.
All right,
I love it.
All right.
But, yeah, I don't know what it is.
All right. Well,
maybe one.
yeah.
Maybe one what?
Maybe one.
One scoop.
Yep.
Huh?
All right, Mr. Scoop. We'll see you next week.
Hey ho, what do you know? I do.